Boom.
Let's go. What episode is this?
18?
No, I think you're jumping the gun. I think we're 17.
17? I felt like you said, the fuck am I wearing these things for? I felt like you said 19 earlier today on Instagram.
Nah,
and that's why I felt like it was 19. And I even said to myself, I said, when are we going to stop saying the number? Like, what number do you get to when you're like, all right, no more fucking numbers? Like, we're not going to be like Masters of None episode 144, or maybe we will.
I think we're gonna keep that shit going, son.
All right.
Oh, how you liking that new tattoo butter, son?
Yo, so Justin just put me on. Go ahead, give your and this is not
pass it over here, bro.
This is not a pin. Oh man, I forgot.
Pass it here, man.
This is, let's see what this is called. It's called, go ahead.
I'll tell you right now. This is Ohana Organics vegan fair trade tattoo butter. All natural. You know, it's a fully female owned company.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it, how many females?
Good question. I don't know.
How many fucking females are we talking about?
I don't know. They sent a rather large size postcard to make me aware that it was a female owned company.
Yeah.
Inside the package.
It's definitely one.
Yeah.
And she probably consistently refers to them as we.
Everything's handmade. You see that? That's a handwritten number there.
Oh, wow. Let me see.
Yeah.
That says, for the people that can't see this because we're not pointing at the camera, it says 43 written by hand. I'm assuming that this is the 43rd one in some kind of order. I don't know what they're
43rd in the batch.
Yeah. Shea butter, olive oil. I always sound good, man. I didn't fuck this one up.
I listen, man. I just,
a bunch of good shit. Oh, my post-it behind me of all the shit I wrote down that I wanted to talk about today.
Get that shit, man.
Grab it. I'm glad I grabbed the right post-it. There's like 30,000 post-its behind me. So first things first, what's up, man? What you been up to? How's this week been for you?
Week's been all right, man. My Twitter is back up and running after being on a 12-hour timeout.
My man was in Twitter prison for a little bit.
Twitter jail for whatever.
You definitely can't say that word on here.
I said a bad word, apparently. A word that's not allowed. I won't get into specifics of what the word was. It was not a racial term.
Yeah, that's the first thing you got to say.
Yeah, I got to clear that up. Yeah. You know, it was a word that I don't even think's a bad word. I mean, shit, the generation I grew up in, that's not a bad word. That was a very common word. That was, it's now like shut up is a bad word now. I mean, I don't know where we're going to draw the line. But I was in Twitter jail, but I'm back out. I'm free man. Are
you reformed?
Yes, I think I'm rehabilitated. I went in front of the parole board.
Yeah. And don't you say you better you're on eggshells for the next couple of weeks. I hope you know they're watching you. The Twitter feds.
Yeah, I know, man. Fucking tell me.
You're no longer a first time offender.
No, I'm not. I have a rap sheet.
Yeah.
I have a Twitter rap sheet.
You took your ACOD, you threw it out the window.
Yeah, I definitely did. And it's definitely not sealed.
Yeah, no. This one's not going to be under wraps.
This beer I'm drinking.
All right, talk with what is it? Wicked Easy?
Yeah, Wicked Easy, a light and hazy lager. This is from Sam Adams. I never saw it before. I asked the guy at the gas station if it was new and what it was, and he proceeded to ask me if I wanted regular
or premium
on
gas.
Pump 2. And I said, this beer, I'm asking you about this beer. And he's like,
he had no idea.
Regular? And I'm like, never mind.
I'll take it. Wicked Easy. I don't know about that. That sounds like a Boston guy promoting like rape culture. Like, I gotta have a couple of these. Should be Wicked Easy. Is that what that means? What does that mean? What does it say under Wicked Easy on the back? I need to know what the description underneath there says.
Oh, there's a little blurb here.
Yeah, let's read it.
An easy drinking beer. Not an easily intoxicating females.
Okay, beer.
All right, so let's be specific. An easy.
I'm not pro that.
Beer.
I want that to be known.
Yeah, but if it's easy to drink, I guess that would go hand in hand. An easy drinking beer wasn't enough for us at Sam Adams.
Yeah.
So we made it wicked easy.
Wicked Easy.
Hazy and light in appearance and bursting with bright citrus notes from hops. Kick back and enjoy your day with the Wicked Easy. Enjoy your day the Wicked Easy way.
Ooh,
I like that little. Yeah. I like that little some bars back
that
on,
was nice.
On this
Do
can.
You does it taste like that? No, because you've already tasted it.
It does taste pretty Wicked Easy. We're gonna see how Wicked Easy it is. If this 6-pack is gone by the time we finish, we'll know.
Did you watch the Mortal Kombat trailer?
Yeah, I posted that shit on my fucking story, son.
The Mortal Kombat fucking trailer. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out.
Yeah.
Fuck me, does it look crazy?
Shit looks legit, bro.
That shit made me want to go and play Mortal Kombat.
It's violent.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Which it should be. The first one was like a kids movie.
Was that the way Jax was made? The first one wasn't a kids movie. There was no technology.
Yeah,
it wasn't. Right. There's certain characters that weren't as dark. Like Raiden. If you look at this movie versus Raiden in the first movie. Raiden in the first movie was like he was like a fatherly figure. Yeah. He was like Master Splinter. Yeah. He didn't even fight till the end. Like he didn't compete in the competition, even though he was a significantly better fighter, than everybody. But
yeah, I don't know what that's about.
What's up with that, right?
He was in it. He was in the game.
He was in the game as a fighter.
Yeah, and in this one, he was kind of like fucking Peacemaker with cool eyes.
Yeah, no. Like, okay. So he looks like a much darker character in this movie, which I'm super amped about. Just overall, the trailer looks great. I wonder if that's how Jax lost his arms. Was that the lore prior to this movie that Sub-Zero was responsible for Jax losing his arms? Oh, I don't know, because that's in the trailer, right? Yeah, he rips the guy. I mean, it's not a spoiler if it's in the trailer. Yeah, it's in the trailer. You guys know Jax doesn't have arms. If you ever played the game, you know dude doesn't have arms. Yeah, but in the first one, he did. I don't remember. Yeah, you're right. In Mortal Kombat 1, he had arms. He did have arms. And then in Mortal Kombat, but this isn't like a sequel. This is like another. This has nothing to do with. It's like a rewrite. One. Yeah, because they have characters. It's later on. It's weird because Kano is in it, which Kano wasn't in the later Mortal Kombat games. No, he wasn't. But you also have Katana. Mm-hmm. Or was that it wasn't Katana, I think, is in it, but the one that really I was like, damn, I need to see what's up is Are you talking about Blanca? I mean, not Blanca. Sheba? No. The chick with the sai. Like the Raphael knives. Her name Melina. She's not. Is she? She is in this one. Yeah, she's the one that she was not in the first one. No, she didn't come along until like Mortal Kombat 3 or something like that. Okay. But she was legit. Or Mortal Kombat 2. I'm lying. Mortal Kombat 2. That was my favorite one. They were all so brutal. Yeah, they were good. I was thinking today. I don't think I've ever been good. I don't think I ever knew what the fuck I was doing in fighting games. I never was good at the combinations. And you just tapped the X button a lot? I didn't just tap shit. But I definitely didn't not everything was intentional. Yeah. I wasn't a button masher. Yeah. That's for sure. I hope not. I'm not a fucking button masher. I know you're not a button masher, but Jesus Christ. I'm not a cheeser either. Yeah. I'm not known for cheesing. I'm not no cheeser neither. Yeah, I'm not known for cheesing. We don't cheese over here. You seen that country kid rapping in his farm and shit? He does this is Bubba Sparks on Instagram. No, this guy's thin. It's this guy on Instagram. I wish I fucking knew his handle. This is pretty wicked easy. Is it? Pretty wicked easy. Yeah. It's not just easy. It's pretty wicked. They don't have to say anything. That shit implies rape. It's only 4.7% alcohol. It's not like a Four Loko. Four Loko was the Four Loko was alcohol. I want to finish talking about this fucking. Go ahead, Mortal Kombat. Let's go. No, the country rapper. He's this dude. He looks like he's from the country, and he raps over people's beats, and then he just put out another one today that was really good. It's good today. The one today he put out, he was in a fucking a haystack. No, he was in a cow fucking silo. Oh, like a slaughterhouse, or where they feed them, where they have them all chained up, just making them eat grain. These were free range cows. Oh, yeah, but how are they in a silo if they're free range? Well, they got to sleep somewhere. They can sleep outside. That's where cow tipping comes in. No, these are indoor cows. Oh, so these are house cows? Yeah, these are house cows, indoors. I don't know, honestly, now I'm thinking about it. Even the cows that are always outside, they come inside eventually, I think. Do you stable cows? Fuck. We're some fucking city slickers. I don't know. Do you fucking stable cows? Do you gotta fucking take care of their feet like you do horses? I don't know, but I've gone down that rabbit hole. I've gone down that rabbit hole. Dude, horse feet are the weirdest fucking things ever. When you see them putting the shoe in, dude, it looks like they're digging pieces of the horse out. What are they carving out of there? I don't know. Is that dirt? What is? But eventually it gets to white
stuff.
Yes.
But I'm like,
I wonder what it is.
I think it's like bone and like cartilage overgrowth. I think that's what it is. I think it's like the hoof material, because
what happens if like Mustangs?
How do wild horses don't go to a manicurist, or they don't go to the nail salon. So I don't know. I guess maybe because they're out in the wild, it wears down. Same way like wolves don't have to get their nails clipped like a dog would.
Yo, dogs will eat. My dog eats his nails.
I clip my dog's nails. People think I'm crazy. They're like, your dog lets you do that? I'm like, my dog does what I tell it to do, as a dog should.
I'm afraid of that shit.
You just got to pay attention. It's called the quick. That's the meat you don't want to clip. It's called the quick, like the pink that you see. Yeah. I found out about that. I'm just
afraid because it takes so much pressure to crack one.
Well, you just gotta, like, my dog,
commit to it. I think
I take my dog like in like side control. Like that's what I do. I just grab her like that, and then I reach around and I'll like grab this paw and clip it. And then when I want to do the left one, I'll reach over with my left arm and hold the left one and clip it. And then when I want to do the right one, I'll reach around the right side and clip it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So
the back ones you do like that too?
The back ones I do. How do I do the back ones?
You do it mounted, reverse.
The back ones, I don't even know. How do I do the back ones? I do it kind of. I'd still do it from the side.
Inverted triangle.
I do it from the side. I just lift her foot like this, and she's pretty good with it. At this point, she's great with it. She doesn't care.
Yeah, that's the trick, man.
She chills.
As long as you fucking do it all the time, it fuck this fucking mic stand.
Yeah, man.
She's always fucking. It takes me the 2 hours.
Look, I'm solid, bro.
Nah, I know. I'm gonna get it before the end of the day. That's for fucking sure. What I want to talk about the fights from this weekend, but I don't know if it's too early to discuss it.
Fuck it. It's not too early. You know why? Because this is our shit.
You're right. So
do whatever the fuck we want.
This weekend's event, the main event was Curtis Blades versus the Black Beast. And fuck, man, Curtis Blades got knocked the fuck out in like spectacular fashion. Not only did he get knocked out, bro, he was out for a while. The camera didn't pan to him for like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
he was just on the floor, and you can
hear him snoring. He's making weird grunting sounds.
Oh my god,
that Herdeem fault.
What? Oh, I don't know. Why did he say that?
Because the corner was saying it was unnecessary that he hit him that many times. Like Curtis Blades' corner was telling him like, yo, you didn't have to hit him like that. And he was like, that's Herb Dean's fault. I'm here to do my motherfucking job.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him till the ref pulls me off.
Yeah, and plus
he want to
be a crotch sniffer. You get fucking uppercutted or you get kneed in the head like Ben Askren. They're starting to solve this riddle of the wrestler.
The wrestler, yeah, it's called the knee and the uppercut.
Yeah,
fuck, man, he got knocked out so bad. You see, when he gets up, he just doesn't know where the fuck he's at.
No, that's typical,
dude. He gets up and he's like,
brain injury.
You see him saying like, what are you saying? Like, what do you mean? And he's like, he doesn't know where the.
He's like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Where's Bruce Buffer at?
Yeah. Say, dude, Bruce Buffer's about to announce your fucking loss.
He's like, Bruce Buffer went. He's already home.
Yeah.
He's gone.
But yeah, fuck, man. He got knocked out so bad. And now we'll see what happens with the heavyweight division.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I do feel bad. I don't like to see anybody get slept like that. But
dude, he got knocked out.
Yeah,
that's the worst. That's one of the worst knockouts you'll ever see.
And those 2 follow-up shots, that
huge. Grouping, oh my god, he hit him both times,
bro. Same
bam,
spot. Goom,
bam,
goom.
Herb Dean just couldn't even get to him fast enough.
No, he was sprinting like as fast as he could, and people are like, "Yo, where was Herb Dean?" Herb Dean was yelling, "Stop, stop!" Yeah. From the other side of the octagon. He was on his way there. He couldn't get there physically.
You just can't get there fast enough.
So he was trying to.
First of all, he punched his dude across the octagon. They punched him in the center of the octagon, and the dude landed almost up against the cage.
Yeah, he really did crack his ass.
He was falling into him and ended up falling completely backwards.
Yeah,
stiff.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my god, and vicious knockout.
And did you see that piece of shit that called him on FaceTime?
Yeah.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's just rude.
MMA Twitter got in his ass though. He deleted all of his social media and shit. They were going at him so hard.
Really?
Oh my god, bro. He's like such a sloppy piece of shit to be talking like that. I was like, dude, come on, son.
Yeah,
like, yo, he called John Anik too.
How do you get these guys' phone numbers?
I don't know. Apparently, he got Curtis Blades'
John Anik, I could see somebody getting his phone number. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but
John Anik's a little bit probably more of like an easily traceable figure because he's in media.
I'm sure if I emailed him, I might get a response, But you're not gonna email Curtis Blades and get a response. But how is he getting these guys' phone numbers?
I was reading online that he got Curtis Blades' phone number through his wife's account because through like her Facebook or something, because it's like listed as like when you connect a social media to like a mobile device.
Yeah, and hers
was like accidentally public. Or some shit like that. The phone number.
That wasn't Curtis that they were calling. It was his wife.
I mean, I don't know. I heard
you hear his wife in the background.
Yeah, she was like, "Why are you being a bitch?" She was telling her.
So why you acting like a bitch?
I felt bad for Curtis. He was like, "Wait." He was like, "Who is this?"
Yo, because he thought maybe I know this motherfucker.
I just felt so bad. That's such a piece of shit thing to do. These guys go in the ring. They go into the cage and they put their lives on the line. Honestly, for our perverse entertainment.
Yeah, it's gladiator wars.
I mean, the only difference is we just don't put a tiger in there chained up and give him weapons. Mm-hmm. That's the only difference.
I just felt bad because it's like if a fighter would have called him and done that, it would have been funny. But if a guy who is just a guy who watches this, just watches it on TV,
and the guy's a slob,
and you don't look athletic. Then I don't know what the fuck you're doing on there talking about you got knocked the fuck out. That doesn't make any fucking sense. It's rude. It's like, and I'm glad that fucking that MMA Twitter got him. Fucking Bobby Shmurd is home.
I know Bobby Shmurd is home, bro. Everybody's going crazy about it. I'm like, this guy had one song.
You know what's funny is like now I really want to know like what's gonna are there gonna be like a bunch of like sick ass fucking songs to be released now, him and Rowdy, or like what's gonna happen? Because I only really knew one of his songs anyways.
He had more than one.
I didn't. If he did, I didn't know him.
I mean, that one song, I think it's more of a concept of what he represents for the streets than his music.
Yeah, 100%.
He's the opposite of like the Tekashi 6ix9ine snitch mentality. Is Bobby Shmurda like? Bobby Shmurda took more time to take time off his boy's sentence.
Yeah.
His boy would have done
he did 7 years. I think he was offered 2, and then they were like, well, if you
take 7,
if you take 7, we'll give him 7.
Yeah, and he was like, okay,
yeah,
that's some G shit.
And his man's ended up coming home before him, anyways.
Yeah, that's some crazy G shit.
100%.
You seen Quavo picked him up in a private jet? I'm like, yo, Quavo didn't even know him. That's some fanboy shit.
They're just keeping the streets alive.
I mean, I guess.
New York Knicks posted him on the fucking big screen outside of the fucking
are you kidding
thing,
me?
and they're like, "Welcome home, Bobby." Not fucking kidding, bro. Not fucking joking.
I was just talking with my boy about this just today. We were talking because we were talking about like the whole snitching concept and shit, and like of course in the streets that's just people shouldn't be doing that. If you're involved in crime and you get caught, don't tell on your friends.
If you're doing dirt,
need to go do your time.
Yeah, if you're doing dirt, you're doing dirt. Like,
so we were talking about 6ix9ine and shit, but then at the same time, I'm like, how is it that corporations are blackballing him for telling on criminals?
Yeah,
I'm like Billboard literally said you're a rat. You will never have a #1 spot. Like the guy that makes the list,
but because they also want to remain in touch with the people, and the people have deemed him a rat.
I guess
the people have deemed him untouchable.
That's a good point.
It would be advantageous of them to not go with the people, to stay with the people. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
And he there's a documentary that was just released, the Tekashi 6ix9ine documentary on Hulu.
Yeah.
Did you see it? Did you see the trailer at least?
No, I'm not.
Did you hear that they were possibly making one?
No, I saw it. I scrolled past it.
Oh, okay.
Watch that shit.
I watched it.
How was it? I mean, it's nothing that we don't know.
I knew the whole story.
Yeah, we know it already,
I guess it was kind of interesting, and it was like cinematic. It was good. It was not bad to watch, but it didn't tell me anything I didn't know already.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing like The Sinner.
No, which I did watch on your on your suggestion, on your recommendation. Yeah. You know what's funny is that I be watching shit and not even remembering because I went to go to click on it and like I already watched the first season with Jessica Alba.
You slept through it probably.
I watched it. I don't remember it.
Don't trust those red lines.
For sure. Yeah, that's
those red lines are not accurate.
Yeah, 100%. But I have it, so it still tells me, do you want to keep watching? Mm-hmm. I didn't turn that setting off. I watched the second season, Julian.
We just finished the day before yesterday or yesterday, we finished Jamie.
Can I ruin it for everybody? Can we talk about Julian?
I mean, we could talk about it. Spoiler here. If you don't want to see this, just pause it for a minute and fast forward a couple minutes from now. That's it.
Fast forward 3 minutes from now.
Spoiler alert on The Sinner, season 2, Julian. Go.
I thought that motherfucker should have went to jail. I don't give a fuck. He still killed those people.
He did. He murdered those people.
Why did this detective all of a sudden just get a soft spot for him and like blackmail that motherfucker into like not giving him more jail time?
Blackmail who?
Blackmail the detective. The detective blackmailed
Ambrose.
I'm not good with names in fucking shows.
Yeah.
I'll go by titles.
The guy that looks like a dirty Baldwin.
Yeah. He blackmailed the district attorney.
Oh, nah, so
that he would send the kid back to family court, he would get less time. And in fact, he did get less time, got a lot less time. And he's not serving a life sentence for the 2 murders he committed.
Yeah, but he's a child. They were trying him as an adult. Kid was like 12 or something like that.
So you think that he should have got out with like his time served? That he came right out of jail?
Nah, they sent him away. He went away.
Did he go away for a long time?
Yeah, I mean, they took him on some weird, inappropriate ride to Niagara Falls. Like, I was like,
yeah, right.
The cops had taken him on a ride to go.
Nah, bro, he should have went. He should be in jail, bro.
But that kid clearly has something going on.
We're gonna
upstairs.
We're gonna take the risk of letting this guy go again, especially a crafty motherfucker like him.
Yo, bro,
that knows how to he went to the bush, grabbed 2 fucking little flowers,
poinsettia tea.
Yeah,
put your ass to sleep on Christmas.
Killed both these motherfuckers,
and that was a violent ass death.
And what was really going on? Were they gonna save him? Were they kidnapping him?
No, they were taking him to his mom.
To his mom's
in Niagara Falls.
Stupid fuck! You killed your fucking. You
killed your saviors.
Yeah, you killed your saviors. He should definitely go to jail, 100%.
How about the cop's dad raping that girl? What was that shit?
Oh my god,
that shit was terrible.
It was unbelievable.
I knew it was about to go down.
I knew it was kind of funny.
Like, you ain't leaving, and I was like, it was like, and she's all daddy issues and shit. She's like, oh yeah, I ain't leaving. Yeah, and I was like, what the hell is going on here? And then he took it a little too far, man. And she was like, that was. I mean, she didn't specify for him to stop, but that was clearly not. That was not her consensual. Body was saying no. That was not consensual. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you mind shutting that fucking window? It's kind of fucking freezing at this point. My nips are hard. Thank you. Are you cold?
No, I'm chilling. Well,
are you hot?
I'm very comfortable.
Okay, good.
Actually.
So yeah,
I appreciate you for checking in on me.
Yeah, because I felt selfish after I said shut it, because if you were warm, I would.
Yeah, it's kind of inconsiderate. You didn't ask what I wanted.
I should have asked you first.
That's all good.
When you drink a beer that promotes that kind of shit.
Promotes what kind of shit?
I can't take your opinion.
Promotes what kind of shit? What is it? I'm altered? Is that what you're telling me?
No, but yeah, the dad, I knew something was funny about the dad in the beginning.
I told my girl from the jump, I was like, I don't like this guy. I said, he's weird. I don't like him. He's a very strange guy. He gave me just a bad vibe, a very like, hey, come on in, kids. That kind of vibe. And I'm like, nah.
When he found out that his daughter was a lesbian by like seeing her with that girl, and he took it so easy, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have been like cool about it.
I think he knew about it already.
I think in my eyes, when I watched the show, I was like, does this motherfucker like that?
Yeah, he was a little creepy. He gave me creep vibes.
He gave me super creepy vibes.
From the very beginning, I had creep vibes.
I'm going to watch the last season. What's the last season called?
Jamie.
That
was my favorite season. My favorite season. Got to be honest with you, man.
Who's the excuse me.
Who's the what?
Who's the main character?
Guess.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Who's the main character in the season titled Julian?
No, I want to know who the actor portraying the character is.
I don't know. I
thought that was implied.
It's a guy my girl says should have played Christian Grey. She's like, that's the guy that I've been saying, because she's been saying some guy should have played Christian Grey.
The guy from that show where he locks that broad in the basement in that glass box.
No, no, that's you.
Yeah. So is that the guy who plays that character? Because he could look like
he don't play Christian Grey. Christian Grey is played by somebody else. And my girl is like, he don't sell me on being a rich freak. She's like, I don't believe it.
She's not sold on.
She's like, I don't believe it. She's like, this guy should have played the character based on how they described him in the book. She said, this guy. Oh,
she read the book?
Yeah. She's like, this guy looks like what I thought the guy would look like. She was saying it from the beginning when they were talking about making the movie. She was telling me the name of the guy that should play him. And then they came out with some other guy and she was super disappointed about it. And then we're watching this and she's like, that's the guy I was telling you. I was like, really?
That's how it is when you that's funny. When you read a book and then watch a movie. Yeah. I'm not a huge reader, but I read a book recently and then I started listening to like some of the audio book while like I'm doing like household shit.
Yeah.
Because the book was so good I didn't want to stop reading it. And I'd realized that I had been halfway through this book and I'd been mispronouncing everybody's fucking name.
Bro, are you kidding me? That's the reason why I don't read anything is because I can't keep track of any of the names in the book. You ever try to read the Game of Thrones series?
Oh my, yes, I did. I read a couple of the books.
No, I don't read. I listen or I wait for the movie.
I thought that the books were ahead of the show. And I think when I started reading them, they were. I got through one. It wasn't ahead of the show. I got halfway through another one and I realized this one's not going to make it to where the fucking show is now either. But the book is significantly better when they describe specifically Arya's story.
Yeah.
It's so much better in the book just because like in your mind, you got this like little girl who's like around like these like older barbaric men, but like holding her own, kind of like thing. It's just she's more innocent in my mind the way I interpreted the book
than she is in the show.
Yeah, but not like I didn't read obviously towards the end where she became a gangster. I'm talking about when she first when she was kidnapped.
She was like all sweet and shit. Yeah. Still. All right, that makes sense.
You see they announced a new fight for Valentina.
Yes, she's fighting
Jessica Andrade.
Oh yeah, Jessica Andrade. She's gonna beat the shit out of Jessica Andrade.
Yeah, Jessica Andrade's gonna try to grab her.
She's gonna charge forward and get head kicked.
Yeah. Oh my god. I was talking to somebody about this the other day about like how dominant like the women's champions are, except for Whaley. Whaley's good too, but she's just not like.
She's not Valentina or Amanda Nunes.
Yeah,
those two will be champions till they retire.
100%. 100%. The only the only person to ever beat Shevchenko is Amanda.
Yeah.
Amanda Nunes, she's beaten everybody. She's never lost in the UFC. Not only has she never lost in the UFC, but she's also beaten, like, she beat Chris Cyborg. Like she
knocked Chris Cyborg out.
It baffles me that people keep signing up to fight her. Or that like she's even taking these fights.
Signing up to fight Amanda?
Yeah.
She has to take these fights. She has to defend a belt.
But none of these people are capable of beating her.
Yeah, I think she's going to beat the brakes off of Megan Anderson, too.
Of course she is.
Megan Anderson is lengthy, but she doesn't use her length, except for that one time when she kicked Kat Zingano in the eyeball with her toenail. Her toe went right in her eye, clip, and like scratched her cornea. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah. She threw a head kick and was just out of reach and sliced her cornea with her toenail.
She had that acrylic?
Yeah, bro. She had one of them little claw going on.
She had that French manicure took her eye out.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna beat her. I get it that she's defending her belt, but like none of those fights don't excite me.
Yeah, no.
What am I gonna it's even worse than watching Khabib fight. When you watch Khabib fight, sometimes you think like, oh, you never know, this might be the time. I've never thought that about Amanda.
But I'm at least entertained by Amanda's fights. I'm not entertained by Khabib's fights. I got ripped apart on Twitter for this. I don't ever care to watch Khabib fight ever again. I have no desire to watch that man. I want him to stay retired. I do not care for that man. I do not think he adds to the sport. I think on the contrary, he takes away from the sport.
No, get the fuck out of here. You think he takes away from the sport?
Takes away from the sport.
No, I don't mind watching a fight. He's not necessarily a boring fighter because he beats people up.
It's just not my I'm not into it. I'm not into.
Would you rather watch him or Curtis Blades?
Khabib. Unless Curtis Blades is getting slept by Derek Lewis, then I'll watch that all day.
Fuck, man. Derek Lewis changed. He's going to change the course of his life. When he picked up that phone, the reason why he looked like that, because he know what the fuck he was holding. They just handed him some fucking shiny thing.
He said, yo, the pizza's making noise.
Yeah. Poor Curtis Blades, man. Such a vicious knockout.
Yeah. And Derek Lewis said they were waiting for that punch. He said, we trained for that. He said, I was waiting for him to shoot.
So that's the only punch he was waiting for.
That's it. He said the uppercut. That's the only one I was looking for.
So he didn't feel it.
Nah.
He wasn't feeling it.
Yeah. He said, I couldn't wake up. I felt it only one other time when I was fighting Nagano. And I'm like, yo, somebody help this man. Somebody help this man.
But I want to go back to the, I guess we kind of already talked about it. Jessica Andrade and Valentina. Valentina's going to fuck her up.
Valentina's going to beat the brakes off her. It is dangerous in the first couple minutes with Andrade with the blitz.
Yeah. But she's a veteran. What the fuck is happening in Texas?
What, with the snow?
With the snow. You see that fucking like a train just hit like a truck today that was like carrying oil or some shit like that. What? And there was like a massive fire.
Really?
Yeah. Texas is fucked up in the game. They lost power.
They're getting back to normal, at least in terms of the weather. I mean, people are saying like, how are they, it snows so much up here on the East Coast and up, in New York and in Massachusetts and shit like that. How can they not handle this? They never get this snow.
Yeah.
Their shit's not built for this shit. Their houses, their fucking, their plumbing systems, their electricity.
They probably have no shovels. Their Home Depots don't have no shovels.
Dude, they don't have, you think they have snow plows? You think their town spends budget money on snow plows?
I fucking doubt it.
Absolutely not. And we got more morons burning the snow, talking about it's fake snow. I'm like,
that is the fucking dumbest shit I've ever fucking seen.
Dude, people are so goddamn stupid.
Oh my God.
They're so stupid. I just can't. I get anxiety when I think about how stupid human beings are. I can't even think about it because it upsets me.
This is why the government can tell people to stay in the house, because of retards like this. If people just weren't dumb, well, fuck, I just got myself a 12-hour fucking suspension.
Huh?
But I mean it.
You're on a timeout. Huh?
But people are just not intelligent, man, when they fucking...
They're really not.
Oh my God. It's unbelievable. This is why they got stupid rules. This is why
you can't park. Like in New York, it's a law to not park on the train tracks.
Yeah. This is why these stupid rules exist.
Yeah.
Because these stupid people exist.
Yeah. I don't think there should be yellow curbs or like yellow steps or yellow by the platform. That shit just keeps all the idiots around longer. Just don't do it. Just if you can't process that it's dangerous
to be close to a moving fucking train,
maybe you should go. I don't know.
Maybe you shouldn't be here.
Maybe you should go stay inside.
Maybe this isn't for you. Maybe you should go somewhere else where there aren't trains.
Darwinism a little bit. I mean, what the hell?
Imagine a world where all the parking spots were the same color, but people just didn't park in the first two out of common courtesy for the handicapped.
No way, bro. I mean, they're different and people still park there. They're blue and it says you can't park here if you aren't handicapped, and people still park there.
I think that DoorDash and Uber Eats needs to send out like a message to their drivers, because every time I go somewhere, there's like a DoorDash dude parked in the handicap spot. And
it's like handicap means just a minute.
Yeah, exactly. There's a guy on YouTube that he's called the Cart Narc, and he goes around supermarkets and shit, and he stops people who don't return their cart or who put the cart in like the handicap spot.
How about people that just pop up the front two wheels on the curb?
Dude, he did. Those are called the curb offenders or something like that. And he has a GoPro on his chest, and he comes like he has like a baton with like that, like has a light on it, and you put your cart like where it's not supposed to be, and he goes whoop, 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 whoop. And he goes, I'm sorry, sir, you didn't take your cart back.
He pulls up on you with the car?
Nigga, he pulls up on you on foot. Pulls up on you on foot, and he says, I'm sorry, you didn't bring your cart back. And they're like, yeah, I know. And he's like, well, don't be a lazy bones and put your cart back. And he puts a magnet on your car that says like, here's a hotline to teach you how to not be a lazy bone. And people get out of the car, and people have tried to fight him a bunch of times.
Shut up.
But the guy's smart. He's like, people have jobs for that. And he was like, yeah, but that's kind of like a job that's based on like an unnecessary that you created because of laziness. He's like saying that we should just, defecate in the street. And then, people could get a job for that and they could just clean up the defecation in the street because it doesn't make much sense.
I got to say, I always bring my cart back.
I always do now. I think I always used to anyways.
I always bring it back. And if I'm equidistant from the little stable where you can put them in the parking lot or the
cart corral.
The cart corral.
That's what he calls it.
That's what he calls it.
Yeah, the cart corral.
I like it. If I'm halfway in between there and the store, I'll take it to the store. Or I'll give it to a passing patron.
Ooh.
Which has been been received pretty poorly during COVID.
I tried to do it this weekend at Costco's. Nobody wanted my fucking cart.
You want to hear something funny?
Let's hear it.
My girl was a witness to this. You can ask her. Well, my fiance was a witness to this. I get a cart. I grab it. This guy leaves it. He's like, here, you need a cart. He gives it to me. I take it. And there's a Gatorade bottle in it. Mm-hmm. Like in the cup holder. Okay. So I'm like, hey, man. I'm like, you, is this your drink? And he's like, oh, yeah, that's mine. And I was like, okay. And I was like, I went to give it to him. He's like, no. Put it on the ground.
What?
He tells me to put it on the ground because he didn't want to come near me. So he asked me to place the Gatorade on the floor and back away from it. And then he went and picked it up off the parking lot ground.
Did he wipe it down?
I was like, I hope you get the worst COVID. I hope you get the worst kind. I hope you get the Brazilian strain or like the, or the.
You get a South American strain of anything and it'll kill you.
Because they have a new strain over there in Brazil.
Oh, no.
Of course, they have a new strain in Brazil. There's a new strain in Europe, and I think there's another strain that on Skid Row.
Bro, if I never fucking hear about COVID again, bro, I don't want to fucking hear about COVID. I don't want another fucking stimulus. I just want shit to fucking normalize.
I just want the bar to be open past 11.
Yeah, I don't care about the bar.
Who's getting laid anymore?
Nobody's getting pussy.
Nobody.
If you didn't lock down some fucking snatch before the fucking corona, dude, if you thought dating was hard pre-corona,
bro, forget it.
I used to think that if I was single, I'd be a fucking hit. Now, I'm happier than ever.
With COVID, please, bro. Nobody wants to do shit. You want to date? Everything's long distance. Yeah. You're Zooming and FaceTiming when you guys are around a block from each other.
First of all, I need a PCR 48 hours.
Yeah, for real. I need a PCR and I need one current.
Yeah.
Within the last 48 hours, I need to see. And I need to know. I need some contact tracing. I need to know who you spoke to, where
who you been hanging out with. I don't even give a fuck about STDs anymore. COVID's worse.
Isn't that crazy?
I didn't care about STDs.
Yo, can we? That's a great point. Can we talk about this?
STDs?
Not just STDs, HIV. Can we talk about how people are more afraid of COVID than they are about banging some stranger without a condom? Can we talk about that?
HIV is harder to get than COVID is.
It's deadlier.
It's not as easy to get.
There's no cure. There's no cure at all.
We just started fixing this COVID shit recently.
Just started fixing it. We started fixing. You know how long it took to almost fix HIV?
How about
HIV is still around.
Yeah, but you're talking about our generation. Pull somebody in here from the 80s and ask them, and in that present time frame, and then pull somebody from Corona, they're probably just as afraid. When AIDS hit, motherfuckers were shook. No,
but people weren't shook because they were like, oh, that's a gay thing. That's what everybody was thinking.
I know. It's either gay or dope fiends.
Yeah, they were like, oh, it's as long as I'm not shooting dope or getting anything in a booty hole, we're fine. Yep. No, that is not the case.
It's not the case at all.
That is not the case. Bro, you remember when nobody would play basketball with Magic Johnson? You know that?
I didn't know that.
Players did not want to play against him. You know who broke that shit? Pat Riley, the coach. He went and hugged him on the court in front of everybody. And everyone was like, he's fucking touching Magic Johnson.
You know he consulted 16 physicians before he did that. He said, you sure? You see, what are he sweating?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
No, I think he was just like, you know what, bro? He was like, you know what, bro?
That's a blood thing though, right? We talked about this before.
What, HIV?
Yeah.
Well, it's you getting more than blood. Sexual, fluid, semen, vaginal excretions or secretions. Yeah. I mean,
I'm doing it, they're excretions, if you know what I'm saying.
You're a sicko.
No, but
it's crazy to me.
But it's mostly like blood, right? Like it's harder to get it through other like.
No, you're just as likely to get it from.
You said you could drink a cup of saliva.
Saliva's not semen, buddy.
Semen's more toxic than saliva?
When it comes to HIV, yeah, bro.
I don't fucking know this. I don't have HIV.
Are you sure with what you're saying?
No, definitely don't have HIV.
All right. But yeah, as long as you're not, it's.
My form of STD test is never changing my phone number. If I got something will call me. Trust me. Hey, I want you to know.
Yeah, like our fucking mutual friend that fucking called me thinking shit was funny. And I fucking knew. You remember when Juan called me?
I don't know. I didn't know.
Oh, yeah. Juan called me pretending he was fucking Planned Parenthood.
We did that to people. Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, you fucking. And then I heard his voice and I was like,
yeah, we did that to a lot of people.
Yeah, he called me. It was probably like, God, what is.
That's probably 10 years ago, bro.
Probably even longer.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Jeff. I'm calling from Parenthood. Is this Mr. Blah, blah, blah?
And I was like, you're a piece of. I heard a little snicker in his voice. I was like, you're a piece of shit, Juan.
In hindsight, that's not a funny thing to do.
I think it's still funny. In 2020, you'll like lose your job for that kind of shit. 2021, forget it. You go to jail.
Yeah.
You go to jail for that shit. But I think it's pretty funny. I still think it's funny. Even though it was done to me, I think it's funny. But yeah, dude, people are all pro-mask. You gotta wear your mask, fucking asshole. But then he's like getting a hooker and going to the Kombat Inn. And it's like, really, bro?
Yeah, I suppose it's not logical, but I understand it.
Do you though?
Yeah, 100%. Because I'm not afraid of STDs because I'm not having fucking sex with randoms. But I think that, yeah, I totally get it. You don't get it? I get it.
No, that's absurd. That's absurd.
No, I get it.
COVID barely kills anybody, percentage-wise.
A lot of people died in the beginning of COVID.
Still a tiny percentage of who was infected.
Okay.
A tiny percentage. Like 2% type of shit.
I would love to know.
HIV kills everyone.
Yeah, but how many people out of everybody having sex, like how many people are contracting HIV?
Oh, there's way more than we know about. It's just people just don't get tested. People just don't know.
I don't think HIV is as prevalent as it used to be.
It's just not in the media. Trust me, bro. Trust me when I tell you, a lot of people have that shit. A lot of people have that shit. A lot of younger
people?
It's all over the spectrum. Older people, younger people. It's just out of sight, out of mind because
you think it's the most popular STD?
No. The most popular ones we're talking about.
Chlamydia?
Yeah, syphilis? Chlamydia, gonorrhea, HPV. HPV is probably the most common.
Yeah, HPV definitely is the most
because
common.
there's no symptoms on a male. Males are just carriers and shit like that.
Yeah.
But those are super common. But then you have...
That's another thing. This is not as common.
What?
HIV. You're saying it's common in general.
It's not that it's common. It's just that because the media doesn't talk about it, people think it went away. It's like, no, it didn't go away. It went away.
I just think there's so much awareness now that like...
Is there though?
Yeah. 100%.
Who do you know that's been tested for HIV as many times as they've been swabbed for COVID? That are promiscuous. I'd be surprised if you know anyone that's had an HIV test that's promiscuous.
Oh, no. I definitely know people that get STD tests.
HIV.
Well, they do the whole palette. They do the whole fucking thing. They do the whole kit and caboodle.
That HIV you have to specifically ask for. They don't just test you for HIV. You have to request an HIV
goes in to get an STD test. They're gonna be at least one. Every time I went to go get one, they're kind of like, all right, you want this, you want this, you want this, you want this, you want that, and I'm just like, yep, yes.
HIV you have to request. They don't just throw HIV in a panel.
I didn't ask this person if they got HIV tested, but I'm sure they're covered on HIV as well.
Okay.
I also don't think that that's necessarily true in everywhere you get tested, that like you got to be like, oh wait, don't forget about HIV. I need that one too. It's probably like, that's probably something that people are like, oh, hey, this test that you're getting doesn't cover HIV. Like if you want to get HIV, you have to do X, Y, and Z. If you want to get tested for HIV, you rather said, that would be logical because it's not known. Because I didn't know that was like that.
I kind of know for a fact. You get where I'm at? That's not something that's offered. It's something that you kind of have to request it unless you're there for something where you're showing symptoms
Why?
of having HIV.
Why?
Because people feel it's invasive. Oh, what, you think I got AIDS and shit? You think I got HIV? It's one of those things that's like
if
a
you're
taboo
doing
subject.
an STD test, it's an STD. Like,
it's tested for differently. It's tested for differently. You can test for chlamydia and like gonorrhea. Those are swabs. Those aren't blood tests. HIV is a blood test.
I thought they did that shit automatically in like healthcare institutions when you went into there because they're dealing with your blood and you're sick in there.
Sometimes they do, depending on what you're there for. Sometimes they will. Like if you have a history of like an IV drug abuser or something like that, they'll do it. But not everybody.
Do they tell you when they do it?
Yeah, they have to tell you. They have to tell you. So, and it's it's one of those weird things. It's one of those weird things. I remember the first time I asked for an HIV test in front of my mom. I was like, fucking.
That's awkward.
Yeah, it was fucking weird. But, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, you got to make sure you don't have HIV.
Yeah, fucking longest 2 weeks of your life. Tell you
I
that
definitely, no news is good news. I definitely don't.
I don't believe in that bullshit.
No news is good news.
If we don't call you, you're good. What if you motherfuckers forgot?
Yeah, what if you call me 3 weeks from now?
What if somebody said, don't forget to call that guy, tell him, that he's got HIV. And they're like, oh yeah, that's right, I got to make that call. Yo, so what's up, Tanya? Like, what you doing this
That
week?
should be something that whoever the guy is that like finds you positive, like he has to stop everything he's doing and go consult with you.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of protocol. There should be anyway.
And that's not something they tell you on the phone. They tell you to come in.
Yeah.
They don't even tell you anything. They tell your doctor. And then your doctor tells the fucking work clerk or the fucking lady at the desk with the big nails. With the long nails.
To put her phone down.
Yeah. He tells her, hey, when you're done texting or watching World Star videos, can you do me a favor and call so-and-so and tell him to come in. Don't tell him he's got HIV. Yeah,
that's one of the things they can't tell you over the phone.
Yeah, which is stupid. I hate that.
No, they have to tell you in person because it's like there's like a suicide risk and shit. Like you could, and same thing with like advanced stages of cancer and stuff like that. They tell you in person because they have to offer you counseling at that, like at the same time. Because
I want to know right away. Don't fucking, first of all, how dare you? You know what I'm saying?
Assume that you're going to off yourself?
Yeah. And if I do want to,
that's traumatic news, bro.
I know. And if I want to fucking kill myself, this is a topic that I probably shouldn't even talk about.
I'm interested in this topic because I think I know where you're going.
But I feel like if somebody doesn't want to be on this earth anymore and they want to kill themselves and they don't have a history of fucking, or even if they do, it's like, what, you rather hold somebody here living a miserable existence for the possibility that maybe one day they'll be happy because you're so selfish that you can't let this person go. I think it's such a fucking, I don't 100% believe in this, right? But it's just a thought.
I think it's a weird thing that if somebody wants to go,
you won't let them. Like we can't.
They're not allowed.
You're not allowed to. What?
They're not allowed. And isn't it crazy that your life insurance is like void if you commit suicide? Like your family doesn't get any money.
That one I can understand.
No, but I mean, you're not there to insure. You're there to insure someone's life. That's what a company's there for.
There should be like a contingency. There needs to be like a contingency where it's like, all right, well, you're only getting 60% because you offed yourself.
I mean, you should have maybe an extra suicide premium.
Yes.
Like you pay a little more. All right, your policy is $100 a month or whatever. But if you're considering suicide, it's $200 a month.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Like if you're diabetic.
Yeah.
Because you're more likely to die.
Yeah. You have a higher pre-existing condition.
100%. Yeah. I agree with that as well. That should be like that. But yeah, I don't think do what the fuck you want to do, including kill yourself. But maybe we set up a clinic where you could go there and they could give you the old euthanasia. Yeah. It's a strange topic. It's a strange topic. And like I said, that I could argue either direction. I'm not saying that I'm 100% pro suicide.
Just thought provoking. You're just talking.
But it's an interesting topic.
We're just thinking out loud here. We're just spitballing, all right?
It is an interesting topic and at the same time you want to be like, well, people with mental health issues, they they should be protected. I don't know, man. It's all kind of fucking bullshit to me. Tell you what. Yo, Ohana, hit your boy up. I like it. It's nice. It's definitely.
It's a nice creamy buttery.
It's way more buttery than the creams I've used. I use one called.
I think it's like ink. What is it? It's the black can with the orange letters or something.
Yeah,
right? It's
ink something. I have another one in my car too that I got when my first tattoo, that I found the other day. But they're more like petroleum based. I feel like they're a little greasier.
Yeah,
they're a little like give a good shimmer. This looks like it's based with like shea butter, so it's creamier. I like this. This is better, in my opinion, for like an everyday like application.
Yeah, you have a lot of ink, so like I don't have as much as you. Like we have like the same amount of physical tattoos. Like you have, no, I think you have like 5, right? Including the letters.
No, I have more than that.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, you got 5.
Okay.
Right? How many you got?
On this arm alone, I have 5.
Oh, all right. So 5, 6.
I have 5 sessions on this arm.
Okay. So yeah. So you have like big pieces. I'm going to get my shit. Finished. I'm working on my layout right now.
Yeah, working on fucking.
Yeah, it's gonna go down.
I almost fucking jumped in on a next day like a cancellation the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And I just didn't. I really want to work with this artist, but like they're not booking into the fall, and it had a cancellation. I just fucking.
What do you mean the fall is? It's a good time to get tattooed. I know it's a long time away.
No, they're not they're not even opening their books until the fall.
Oh, okay.
So they're booked to the fall, which means that I won't get tattooed until
Christmas.
Yeah. If I'm lucky. Oh my God, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? No fucking way I'm getting an appointment in October. Exactly.
Next spring.
So, and they had a cancellation the other day and I wanted to jump on it, but I just didn't. And I feel like at the time I was like, oh, damn, I missed this opportunity. It's also like, it's so expensive that it's like, it's difficult to make the decision from one day to another. When I have my appointment and it's 9 months out or a year out or however long it's out, I have that time to say, all right, I'm getting ready to spend X amount of dollars. And
you can start to put money away.
Yeah, put money away or whatever the case may be. When you go day to day, it's like, ugh, I don't know. So on and so forth.
What else you got?
I got a bunch of stuff. I got
You want to talk about Coca-Cola?
What happened with Coca-Cola?
You can see what's going on with Coca-Cola?
No.
Their training that leaked. They're telling their staff to be, quote, less white. Some crazy shit going on.
Coca-Cola said that?
Bro, it's in a slideshow presentation that they have and shit. I wrote them an email because I'm engaged to a white woman.
Uh-huh.
So I took offense to this shit.
Oh, okay.
And I am a 100% Latino male living in America.
Yes.
With a mom that is off the boat.
Uh-huh.
And I have witnessed racism, real racism.
100%.
And I've dated girls in the past whose family has been racist toward me and shit.
Yeah.
I understand what racism truly is.
Yeah.
They are promoting racism. Bro, they said to be white is, quote, to be arrogant, to be ignorant, to be defensive, like really crazy shit. And they said,
did they say this to their sales team? Who are they saying this to?
To their staff. It's like an in-service, like a training.
Be less white.
And it says, be less white. That's what it says.
You not allowed to wear Dockers?
Be less white. I mean, I'm like, what does that even mean? It was the most preposterous shit I've ever heard in my life. And I'm like, if promoting racism in the opposite direction is your solution to racism, you got a problem.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, I haven't even gotten a response to my email yet. I wrote it days ago.
Well, you're not going to get a response.
If you do,
it's going to be like a template.
Yeah, I was like, I said, this is so outrageous. I said, you guys like disgust me.
Some people are really going to fuck with that.
You know?
A lot of people are going to fuck with that.
Are going to fuck with what? The be less white shit?
Yeah, 100%.
Well, those are racists. If you agree with the term be less white, you need to look in the mirror and understand you're a racist.
You want to know why I never agreed with that term though? Because everybody just always associated like being white with like being intelligent, dressing well, like being on time.
That's racist too.
That's why I never fucked with the term.
That's racist.
I thought it was like super racist because
that shit's racist.
I'm like, wait a second. Why do you want to not be like, you're dressed nice. It's like, damn, you dress like a white guy. You dress like you're going to go play
That's
golf.
limiting every other race by saying they're not capable of those things.
Exactly.
You're not capable. You think as a Hispanic man, I'm not capable of dressing nice
or speaking well.
I'm not capable of being educated.
Yeah.
I'm not capable of being on time. Time has an issue. I have a slight issue with time from time to time.
Yeah.
You know, but that's crazy. That's crazy that, you know, I was just like, that shit is outrageous to me. Like, it's outrageous to me. Like, my girl was like, she's like, why? Like, I haven't done anything. Like, why is it so bad to be white? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I can't explain it. Like, what am I going to tell my children? I'm going to have my children like demonize their white side? That shit's crazy.
That shit's super I'm surprised.
Why are you surprised? Like, this shit is like Coca-Cola right now. You want to talk about cancel culture? Coca-Cola should be removed from all major advertising on television. Ever they should pull him from the Super Bowl. They should pull him from fucking everything.
Yeah, you're better off fucking getting them to take down the Marlboro Man.
Imagine a company you work for has an in-service that tells you to be less Hispanic. Imagine that.
Well, okay, so you see that would be like front page news.
If they're like, to be Hispanic is to be tardy, to be disheveled, to be unclean. Imagine that they said that to us.
So the reason why that's not that'd be so much of a bigger deal and this is not in my opinion.
You're just talking about factual interpretation from the media and the way things are received.
The way people receive these things is that some people think that you cannot be racist towards white people because they consider the white people like the oppressor. And you cannot oppress the oppressor, right? That's the way certain people receive this. So if you said be less Spanish, be less Latino, be less black, be less Indian, be less fucking Asian, all those things would be offensive. We would be way worse and they'd be fucking front page news as opposed to them saying be less white because most people, not most people, but some people look at that and be like, yeah, you know, white people are so good that they ain't got to worry about that. Like, you know, they're still winning. So, and like I said, it's not my opinion, but that's why I can see some people looking at it that way.
Well, that's why I feel that minorities, as a minority, I feel obligated to stand up for these people that don't have a voice.
Yeah, because we can't tolerate any kind of racism.
Yeah, you cannot, because now at this point, it's not even possible for white people to stand up for themselves because that alone is racist now.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel obligated as a victim of racism previously and in my life and witnessing it toward my family that I have to stand up for white people, because if you don't, this will just continue and this will be some crazy shit down the line. It's going to be crazy.
I was with you up until, you know, where could this end? You know what I'm saying? But let me ask you a question now. So does that mean that all white jokes are off the table?
We're not talking about jokes because I think comedy should be free range.
Okay.
I want to hear some funny ass Spanish jokes.
What about saying somebody's like white? Like, oh, dude, why are you acting like you're so white?
Well, we're talking about jokes, right?
I guess that would be a joke too.
That's a joke. Okay. Yeah. You know, jokes are different. But when you have a corporation, a massive corporation, one of the biggest corporations that's ever existed in America, in the world, globally, and you have them training people to be less white.
Yeah, that's fucking weird that they would say that.
That's fucking crazy. That phrasing is crazy. Why don't you just say, instead of saying that, why don't you just say, be less intolerant, be less ignorant, be less arrogant? Why is white part of that?
Why didn't they say be more like minorities?
Why don't they just say be more inclusive, period? Don't be an asshole. Why don't we shift this from race and make it don't be a dick, don't be an asshole?
I want to know who the fuck approved that.
Coca-Cola approved it. They hired this lady that gives these trainings, and this is because there's such a fear throughout corporate America of lawsuits.
They do all this fucking like
if somebody tries to sue them, what can they say? Turn around and say, hey, wait a minute. We did the don't be white training.
We did the inclusive training.
We did the training.
Not
Look,
to be white.
You signed right here.
Was he being white?
You know? Like what a crazy term that is. Like what?
Yeah, and how many clicks do you have to turn it down by? I guess it depends on like what your outfit looks like.
That shit is absolutely crazy to me.
So you think that you can't wear Birkenstocks there?
That's what I'm assuming.
Definitely
you better put your Kind bar, leave it in the car. Like, I don't really know. You know, I don't really know. Hummus off the table.
Oh, don't you dare bring it any
You got some trail mix?
Yeah, get out of here.
Look out of here, you know?
Yeah, bring in a fucking Snickers or something.
Yeah, like what the hell?
Yeah,
Modelo only at happy hour.
Fuck Coca-Cola. What a fucking weird bunch of fucking weirdos.
It's just strange to me.
I don't even get, like, if somebody said that to me, they'd be like, be less white. I wouldn't even know how to.
What does that even mean? I would be like, what? Like, what does that even mean? Like, if they told you be less Hispanic, what would you take that as? I'd be like, okay, fine. So I'll take my car off the grass and I'll put it in the driveway.
First thing I was saying, deal. Like, I didn't even think I had an accent. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. Be like, be less Latino. I'll be like,
Be less Latino. I'd be like, do I smell like garbanzo?
Yeah.
Like, I don't really know. What do I smell
shave?
like? Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck that means.
I have no idea. But I just found it to be like such a crazy idea. I was like, I can't believe
Coca-Cola said that.
I mean, this is the fear culture that everybody's just afraid to say the wrong thing. So they go so far in the other direction that it becomes so ridiculous. It's
just
preposterous.
Getting dumber and dumber and dumber. You see the lady who put Gorilla Glue on her hair?
I saw the funniest meme ever related to that.
What was it?
You ever see There's Something About Mary?
Oh my God, yeah.
You see when she puts the semen in her hair? They were like, still better than Gorilla. I was dying. I was like, and then a doctor did her surgery for free.
Yeah, I seen that.
To remove the Gorilla Glued hair. I'm like, Gorilla Glue.
What, did you just shave her? Hit her with a straight razor?
Bro, nah, you ain't shaving that, bro. He had to do like skin grafts and shit like that. Bro, you've used Gorilla Glue?
Yeah.
Bro, Gorilla Glue is literally holding my dresser together right now.
Yeah, dude.
It's holding my dresser together.
Yeah, you could put a car together with that shit.
You can do some,
it's no joke. And Gorilla Glue.
It's dangerous. I don't handle it unless I have gloves on. I don't play with that shit.
Yeah, no, I don't understand why the fuck she would think that that's like something intelligent to do. Like, let's take, you ever had their tape? No. Dude, their tape is hard to fucking like take off of, like, to like unroll. Like, it's so fucking sticky that like it's hard to even peel off. It's like one of those things. It's like once you put it down, like you're gonna have a tough time getting. That's just gonna take everything it's attached to. You put that shit on a wall, all the paint's coming with it when you pull that shit off. Bro.
Sheetrock is coming off. You're gonna have a hole in your wall. Be like shit off the drywall comes in it.
You know that black tape, bro? Duct tape ain't got shit on fucking. Duct tape used to be the shit.
Yeah.
Until Gorilla came out. Fuck. Excuse me.
I'm sorry. I must be boring him.
No, you're not. You know what I just found out that somebody just put me on today?
What, that you can yawn from hunger also?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Boom. That's another thing.
There
you have a TikTok? Are you a TikToker?
I'm not a TikToker.
I'm not a TikToker either. Somebody just sent me a link to like an erotic TikTok. And I didn't know.
TikTok?
The TikTok has like a whole gross. They have like a whole not safe for work section.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, everything kind of has that now.
Nah. Instagram doesn't. That's the only social media
Snapchat does. Snapchat. I mean Snapchat.
What app are you fucking
using? Snapchat, it has like a premium, like you can pay money to watch people's dirty Snapchats like OnlyFans.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't have a Snapchat, I don't know.
I don't either.
I didn't know that.
Well, I'm old school. I'm just like Twitter, Instagram, like that's it.
Remember Tumblr? That's what ruined Tumblr.
I love Tumblr, yo.
That's what ruined Tumblr.
I'm not on Tumblr as much as I used to be, but Tumblr to me is the one that's untainted.
I used to be on Tumblr so much, but then I ruined it for me because I just kept following these not safe for work
shady pages.
Yeah, shady pages, and it just took over my feed. I had to get away. I had to get away completely.
You had to go to like a program. You went to a 12-step.
Well, yeah, I'm in recovery right now, but that's why. And now I know I can't use TikTok. TikTok doesn't seem like it's for me anyways because it's a lot of fucking dancing and shit like that.
That shit is. I flag everything that comes up on my Instagram feed. That's like stupid girls. Like, I don't want to see a 16-year-old girl like bouncing her ass around. Like, that's inappropriate.
What do you mean you flag it?
I flag it inappropriate. I put it as like I flag it and I say this is inappropriate.
But don't you follow those people?
No, like on the suggested page, like the discover page. I go to that page all the time to find like new shit.
Nope, don't go there.
Bro, they constantly are putting some girl dancing, like bouncing her titties around, and I'm like, yo, what is this? Like, why is this on here? They're using like my age, my gender, and like me as a demographic. Like, this is a man. He'll continue to click on this if he keeps on seeing girls dancing.
Yeah, and
I'm
maybe a little bit of people you follow.
Flagged inappropriate. No, there's nobody that I follow like that. Absolutely nobody. It'll be like jujitsu, tattoos. It'll be like music, MMA, and then it'll be like The
Teeny
right
bopper.
side is just like little teeny bopper girls dancing, doing little hand dance and shit like this.
Yeah, I don't think I have that on mine. Mine's just like cars and tattoos.
It's so strange, bro.
But I never go to the explore page. I don't even know how do you get to the
go to it. It's the little magnifying glass.
Oh, I thought that was a search button.
No. Watch, I guarantee that you'll have some of that shit on there.
You want to have a teeny bopper on here?
There's one. You'll see it. Look.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there it is.
How do I flag that?
Yeah, click it. I just
I don't want to click it because
I click it and I hit the little 3 dots. No, and I say inappropriate.
They're gonna think yeah, no. Well, you know what though? I don't trust any algorithms. I don't trust the fucking Facebook one is trying to fucking ruin my life. They keep sending me some friend suggestions from a bunch of hood rats from my neighborhood. And I'm just like, why are you guys trying to fucking ruin my life?
Yeah,
I don't want to.
You're like, there's a reason that I don't talk to these people anymore.
Yeah, there's like, I get it. We got 14 mutual friends. I don't want to be their friend.
That's why I don't do Facebook, bro.
I wonder if it works both ways. Like, I wonder if when they suggest somebody to me, if I get suggested to them.
Yeah. Bro, I have literally 200 pending friend requests of people that I just am leaving on pause because
I have. You got a little. Whoa, that was weird. That was something weird that just came up on my Instagram. I have a vault as well. I call it the vault, but it's more of a waiting list. And let's see where I'm at today, because
it's more of a waiting list. Yo, my stocks killed it today. By the way,
did you?
Yeah, I made like hundreds upon hundreds of dollars today.
Really?
Yeah. Kind of killed it. I can't.
Do you want to talk about what stocks there that you're looking at?
No, I will talk about them offline.
Okay. I will say that, I'm so bad with fucking social media because social media is stupid. That
bad with it in what sense?
This is bad with navigating through it because it's fucking consistently changing. There's no uniformity. It's just stupid. Yeah. It's like they want to be different from each other, but like they share so many users that you're probably better off kind of being somewhat similar. They all do the same shit. Social media is so stupid. It all does the same shit, and none of it's as good as YouTube. I told
my girl I'm seriously considering removing all social media from my phone. But the problem is we do this podcast, and I want to, we're trying to advertise, It's
a lot of it's a waste of time, but some I could see myself going onto Twitter and getting rid of Instagram because at least you have to read Twitter. It's not just a bunch of pictures and videos.
Twitter I like, and
there's more users on there, which I didn't know.
Somebody irritated me on Twitter today. Fucking annoying. People are annoying, bro. Like,
I hear Twitter has that effect. Like, you could be like, there's like Twitter fights.
Oh, people were really, and it'll piss you off even more when people start liking what the asshole said to you. And there's like 25, 30 likes on what the asshole said to you.
Yeah.
It's obnoxious. Like, somebody had the worst grammar today and I had to stop myself. They were like backing up this person that said something to me. All right. So the whole thing was that there was people were saying that there was a picture posted of Colby Covington after he got beat up by Kamaru Usman, and he had a jacket over his head backstage walking. And they were like the definition of a sore loser. So I said, show me someone that is okay with losing and I'll show you a loser. It's to me, it's very black and white like that. If you are perfectly fine with losing and you have zero emotion and zero reaction to losing, that to me is a loser. If you look at Conor's last fight, that was the closest to loser mentality I've seen from him. He was just like, I don't really care this time. And I was like, not good. That's not good.
Yeah, he was acting like a fucking weirdo that whole camp.
People say DC was lame because he was crying when he got knocked out by John Jones.
DC didn't know where the fuck he was at.
But still, that was raw emotion from a man that is a competitor and wants to win.
Yeah, not only that, but he just got beat by a dude that there was a lot of emotion. That was way.
Yeah, that man was emotionally invested in this fight, and it killed him to the core.
Dude, they talked
to lose
so
that
much
fight.
Shit about each other.
Yeah, there was a lot of investment in there. So then the guy responds to me with showing a GIF of Colby running to the locker room from the cage, like he kind of jogged back to the cage, and so I was like, okay, cool. Like, cool GIF, you know what I mean? Like that's cool, And then people start saying and so somebody was like, well, Dustin Poirier takes a loss like in stride and shit like that. And I'm like, okay, yeah, he takes a loss in stride. Like, I agree,
just engaging.
I said, but there's different types of people, like Michael Jordan used to curse at his teammates while Kobe never did that. So then they take it down this other route that he shook hands with the Pistons when he lost to the Pistons. So I'm like, that's not.
Oh, you went deep with these guys.
I said, that's not what I said. I was referring to his teammates, how he treated his teammates. I said nothing about his opponent. Like this was just a random, and then
the Rodman time,
it just snowballed with people just being assholes and douchebags. And I was like, I gotta back off out of this. I was like, I'm too smart to be throwing shit with morons over here. I was like, I gotta go. I was like, you're a bunch of.
Is that where you got banned?
No. I got banned from something else. This was after I made my return. This is after I was on Twitter bail.
Okay.
I was out on Twitter bail but I had to back out because I felt myself getting irritated. So I was like, this is. I
didn't know Twitter was so like emotional. Like it invokes so many emotions. Like I feel like I gotta get on Twitter.
No, you don't. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I want to evoke emotions. I want to make people mad on the internet.
Nah, so see, that's the reason why I think I'm gonna pull back from all of my media, like all my social media. I just want to pull back because it's so simple to get roped in because the internet is so flooded with stupid, dumb, uneducated, low IQ morons.
I agree.
That as an intelligent, educated individual, you're in the minority. So you're trying to tell people the sky is blue and you got a bunch of flat earth dummies on there. So it makes it very, very frustrating because they have an equal voice on there. And I'm like, there should be an IQ test to be able to post on social media.
I always just judge them by the way they write things and the way the way they write things.
And I find myself wanting to find these motherfuckers sometimes.
Oh,
I'm like, yeah, you're talking real cute with your like anonymity. Your face isn't on there. Your name isn't on there. You're just some weird character on here. Like you just have a picture of a fighter.
That's why I feel weird when I post on YouTube because it's my full name because it's connected to my Gmail. So it's like my real full name. And like I post things on YouTube sometimes. And that's sometimes, listen.
I got news for you. You got a name that if it's Google searched, somebody's computer will explode. The Google server will go down. So you're fine.
Yeah. As a Jose Lopez.
Yeah. You have a name that will absolutely knock down a server. If somebody searches.
There was a mayor with my full name.
I guarantee it. You are a mayor somewhere.
I am a mayor somewhere.
You're president. You're a diplomat in multiple nations.
I put it on my resume. If they Google it, they'll find me.
You should. They'll find you.
Yeah, I look different.
Yeah, but that's okay.
I have Benjamin Button disease.
Time test.
I have reverse Benjamin Button disease.
No big deal.
Yeah, not unheard of. So my last thing I wanted to talk about, and it's not really anything special, but do you know who Danny Duncan is?
No, I do not.
He's a YouTuber. I fell into this fucking Danny Duncan wormhole. And he's similar to David Dobrik, not because they have the same initials, because their channels are kind of similar. And he's just one of these guys that just has a bunch of money and just does ridiculous shit.
Like what? Like converts a Lamborghini to be like an aquatic vehicle and shit.
No, like bring a wheelbarrow with 40,000 pennies to the mall and then may pretend to fall and spill every single penny.
That's pretty funny.
It is funny.
That's pretty funny.
People's reaction is crazy.
But it's pretty annoying too. Because I would just walk by and be like, that sucks for you. Like, I'm not going to stop and entertain that. I'm just going to be like, you're an idiot.
You need to be less white.
Yeah. You're right. That was very arrogant.
That was very
I had no idea that I'm committing white behavior right now.
Yeah. You got to be less white.
You're right.
Coca-Cola. You'd never get a job at Coca-Cola.
I never would. They'd be like, sir, as a Latino American, I'm ashamed to say.
Yeah.
You're behaving pretty white right now.
Yeah. Are you around a lot of white people?
I mean, I might be absorbing the culture.
The caucasoid?
Unconsciously. I'm just becoming white by osmosis.
I can't believe Coca-Cola fucking said that.
Yeah, bro. It's so crazy. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, to me, it's so crazy that because it's white people that are making this. This is white people that are making this. Like, do you think that a black guy or a Spanish guy came up with this?
No.
Do you think a Puerto Rican had this idea?
No.
Absolutely not. This is some vegan granola eating lady that, that sits at home, reading all kinds of books that nobody cares about. You know, that's
her chakra
She's
line.
just sitting there studying about how can I just apologize for my entire race for the rest of time? You know, it's like, you know,
well, we gave the world White Claws.
This is I know. I think this is just a scam that these people run to train. They kind of
diversity training.
They kind of flex on companies. Like, yo, you need this training. Oh, you don't have this training? You don't have this sensitivity training?
The company I work for has a diversity training where they teach you how to treat.
Diversity training is different because some people really have never had an interaction with a minority. That's different. Like, you can't be working in certain
I should have been
fields.
exempt from that fucking class.
You should have been.
And I felt, honestly, I really felt that way, that if anybody has more training, I could deal with anybody, and I don't give a fuck
like,
where you're from.
Hell? Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just humanizing people. That's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Stop talking about race, period.
They're humans.
Stop talking about it. We're all people. Just talk about good and bad behavior. To call someone a name and to be rude to someone and discriminate against someone, I don't care why you're discriminating against them. If you're discriminating against them because you don't like their sneakers, so they're not allowed to sit at your table in high school, you're discriminating.
You can't say Oriental anymore.
Yes, that's not a word. If you're over a certain age, it's tough to kick that word. Certain people grew up with certain terms. You know what I mean? I can't sit here and be like, go after the 80-year-old man that said Oriental. Like, I mean,
what about like the changing of teams' names, like the Redskins? They're thinking about the Indians.
I think the Indians isn't so bad. I think
you don't think the Indians with the Native American red face mascot?
It's worse. It's not as bad as Redskins, because if you know the history of the term Redskins,
I suppose it's not as.
Do you know what a Redskin was?
A Redskin was like a Native American, right?
No, a Redskin was the scalp of a Native American brought back by soldiers. So they would say, like, go get 50 Redskins. So they would go and kill Native Americans and skin their heads and come back with their scalp. That was a Redskin.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that to me, well, that's one of the terms. And also, I guess Redskin would be like, you know, calling someone olive, calling them Redskins, calling someone brown, black, that kind of thing.
Yellow bone.
Yeah, yellow bone, red bone.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, I just think it's crazy at this point. I mean, did you see they took the Native American girl off of the Land O'Lakes butter?
No, did they?
Yeah, she's gone.
That butter's dog shit anyways.
Yeah, right. I use that shit all the time.
Nah.
How dare you?
I use that fucking...
What are you using? Country crock? Using margarine?
No. First, you know, I didn't even know that wasn't butter until I was like 18.
Yeah, I know. Every time I looked in it, it had like sofrito in it or like sewing supplies.
No, I use the one with the cow on it. It comes in either it comes in either a gold or a silver wrapping. And
so you use the Irish butter?
Yes.
That shit's good.
Yeah. It's either all salted or unsalted. I prefer unsalted.
Why is that?
Because it doesn't interfere with the flavor of the food. It's butter. It doesn't need to be salted. I've already added like seasoning to the food.
I feel you on that.
You know, and it doesn't taste any different. It just, when you're using it to like, I feel like basing like you're cooking a lobster in it, you know, like you already put some salt on a lobster. No need to add a bunch of butter with salt on it too.
Okay, understandable.
It's not like a necessary ingredient.
I typically would use, if I do that, the reason we have salted butter is certain recipes call for salted butter. Like when it comes to baking, my girl bakes a lot. So when it comes to baking, salted butter versus unsalted butter, you kind of need both in the house for what she likes to do.
I could agree with that. A lot of I bake, and
that's right.
No matter what you bake, everything takes salt. That's
true.
My chick is so afraid of salt.
Is she what, for blood pressure?
No, she just doesn't want things to be salty. So she just doesn't like, she's just like, well, don't put too much salt.
Salt is delicious.
Same thing with pepper. When I be making a steak, she'd be like, you're putting too much pepper. I don't want that steak. Make another one. I don't want that. No. Give me that one you haven't seasoned yet. I'm just like, dude, this shit's going to be delicious.
Yeah, I kind of go in with the salt and
pepper. I go in with the salt and pepper on my steak, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I like when that pepper.
That's all I use on it.
Yeah,
salt and a little bit of olive oil, a little rosemary, and a little butter too.
A little bit of thyme in the pan, you know.
Rosemary in the skillet, you know.
Yeah, I like
keep it simple.
It's funny because we had some steak I pulled out the freezer. I'm lying, it wasn't steak. They were salmon, and one of them was like a little freezer burn, It's crazy how much of a difference like that freezer burn does to meat.
Yeah, it does to anything.
Totally different taste.
Ice cream, anything.
Except for hot dogs. Nasty. Hot dogs could be freezer burned. They taste exactly the same.
Well, that's because hot dogs aren't real.
What is hot dog? Is that like horse hoof?
Bro, it's just scrap parts.
Right?
It's beaks. It's hoofs.
Is it beef?
Snouts. It's like mixed meat. It's not going to
specify. Is it alpaca? What is it?
Bro, it doesn't specify.
It doesn't, right?
It doesn't. No, it is ground up. It's all the chicken eyeballs and pig skulls and all kinds of shit that's in there. It's fucking delicious though. Whatever parts of what they put in there, they get it pretty consistent because it tastes the same every time.
It does. Yeah, they got this equal parts horse dick in every batch.
3 parts horse dick. 8 parts chicken beak.
Yeah. And
6-part cow udder.
There's a hoof. There's a dolphin beak in there for sure. Yeah. A dolphin. What's that fucking? It's not a beak. It's a fucking
bottlenose.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it's called.
A snout. What is that?
You know, there's people that try to fuck dolphins, right?
Dolphin will kill you.
Dolphin's one of the only animals that has sex for pleasure.
Besides humans, yeah.
Besides humans.
Do you remember that guy that poured beer in a dolphin's blowhole and it killed him?
No, I know the guy who went to like Mexico to like swim with dolphins and he ended up like sleeping with one and getting in trouble.
What?
Dude.
He got seduced by the dolphin? Was this his idea or the dolphin? Who made the first move?
He definitely made the first move, but in the dolphin culture, it's expected. And that's like a disease. Like there's like a community of people online who like either want to be dolphins or they want to like sleep with dolphins. Like
I don't believe you.
I'm not joking, bro. They're porpoise lovers.
How do you successfully hook up with a dolphin? I'm impressed. How do you work that out?
I don't know what the snatch on.
What is their anatomy? Like. I don't know.
Only hole I know about is the one up top.
Does that
Are they
count?
like dogs?
Dude, I have no idea. That is pretty crazy.
Dolphin dick gotta look weird. I bet she's got a hook in it. Do they get like hard? Is it like flimsicle?
Flimsicle.
Is that thing flopping in the wind? Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. That's
weird, right? I wonder.
I don't know.
A little blood rush to it? How's it work? Is it the same way we work?
Doubtful. It's probably more like a dog, I would guess. Jesus Christ, how'd we get down this rabbit hole?
They got that corkscrew?
Like who has a corkscrew? Is it like a snake or something like that? Or you ever see 2 slugs getting busy?
No.
I think you haven't. You've seen it.
Have I?
Have you ever seen them hanging? Dude, they hang from like this slime ball and like this blue thing comes out and they like intertwine. It's crazy. I seen them like hanging off my house.
Turtles I've seen. Snakes I've owned. So I'm very familiar with the snake's anatomy and their things. Dogs. Cats.
Yeah, man. It's
I've never seen
things. Slugs. I'm telling you, man. When you see it, it's crazy. I took pictures of it. Because I knew what was going on. They were getting all weird.
You walked out and was like, oh, y'all fucking out here?
Oh, yeah, yo, I'm telling you. They started getting all weird and they started climbing on each other. And I was like, yo, they're about to get busy. So I go inside. 10 minutes later, I come out and they're hanging from this.
10 minutes later, you got a fucking long-lasting slug there.
Yo, nah, I think they just took forever to get it going.
Are they
hermaphrodites?
No. How do they have babies? Do they lay eggs? What are they fucking? You know what the fuck? Mammals?
I don't know. Are they mollusks?
I don't know.
Really
what are they?
I have no idea, bro.
And how do they have babies?
You mean do they have like live births?
Yeah.
Or do they have like eggs or drop little tadpoles?
Yeah. Snakes are funny because some snakes have live birth and some snakes lay eggs. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Yeah, man. Like a boa, like a red tail, like a Colombian red tail boa will have like a live birth.
How many? So they'll have like a litter? Is it not called a litter?
Actually, I'm lying. I don't think the red tail has. I think it's the reticulating python that has. No, the retic does have eggs. The boa has live birth. I am right about that.
We're gonna preface this with saying this is bro science. So anything that we say, do your due diligence. Do not expect it. Do not think that you got played by your pet store if you have a snake that indeed does have eggs rather than live births. Don't think that you got a different breed of snake. We don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about.
He's the snake guy. I don't know shit about snakes. Just putting that out there.
Maybe they all do lay eggs. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't remember. I want to say some snakes do have live births, and I think that the red tails are one of them. But now that I'm thinking, I don't know for sure.
I know male seahorses push babies out like a 12 gauge shotgun blast. They're like, pow, pow.
Really?
Yeah, you never seen that? The male is the one that gives birth. The male seahorse.
I was right. Some snakes, such as boas, rattlesnakes, gardener snakes, give birth to live young.
Rattlesnakes do?
That's pretty gangster, right?
That's scary as hell. I never want to see.
You yawning because I'm boring or because you're hungry?
I'm yawning because I'm boring. I mean, I'm yawning. I'm yawning because I'm hungry. I'm starving, dude. Yo, I made the driest.
So gangster with me. You were just like, I'm yawning because I'm boring, and I'm just like, whoa.
No, I'm just tired, dude. I trained my ass off and ate nothing afterwards.
Oh, well, I gave you some granola, man. Try to get your fucking.
You did.
Gave you some nut granola.
You did.
I'm still on my fucking diet. I'm miserable.
You're doing well though.
Yeah, I'm fucking down like 14 pounds or some shit like that.
My man. See that?
Which is
14 pounds.
14. I wish life wasn't like this.
Like what?
I wish we didn't have to die. I wish we could just eat whatever the fuck we want.
You can if you exercise a ton.
No.
Yes, you can. You can eat whatever you want if you exercise a lot.
That's not true.
That's absolutely true.
No.
How much do you exercise?
I don't.
So that's why dieting is that much more important. Now, I mean, if we're
I think that everybody's different. I think that you can't tell like people like, oh, if you can eat whatever you want as long as you exercise.
You have to exercise the appropriate amount for how much you're eating.
But that's when you say it to somebody, they think that you can run a couple miles and eat. Like you can most certainly eat more calories than you're capable of exercising, than anybody's capable of exercising. Like think about it. Like if you run for an hour, what are you burning? 300 calories? You know, a couple.
But nobody specified running.
No matter what it is, I'm using running because it's running out of all of like those basic cardio exercises is the most effective one for burning calories.
Lifting burns more calories than running.
I was talking about like cardio exercises. So Stairmaster, elliptical, this treadmill is the most successful when it comes to burning calories.
Yeah.
Per like, minute on there. Lifting does burn more calories. It burns calories longer because you're burning while you're recovering. However, even lifting weights and doing, cardio, you can still consume more calories.
But you have to make a conscious effort to consume more calories. I mean, if you're going to sit there and eat nothing,
you're not going to burn 1,500 calories
you can easily burn 1,500 calories
in a gym. You can't easily burn 1,500
you can burn 1,500 calories if you're trying. Yeah, sure you can. Sure you can, bro. What do you mean you can't? You absolutely can. Who says you can't? You can't burn 1,500 calories
in a single gym session every day? No.
Sure you can. No. Sure, you have to do the right exercises. You have to be doing a lot of legs. You have to be yes you can, bro. Then people aren't trying hard enough. If you want to eat whatever you want, you have to put the time in. You got to be in the gym for 3-4 hours a day if you want to eat whatever you want.
That's why I said that's just like an unrealistic expectation because, like I said, if you look at how much time it takes to burn, is it possible to burn 1,500 calories in a day? Yeah, 100%.
You burn like 1,000 calories a day just through daily life processes of your body maintaining your body. You burn 1,000 calories.
I know, but by
literally being alive, you burn 1,000 calories.
Yeah, but you don't burn that. Like it takes a lot to eat away, a couple Big Macs, and 1,500 calories isn't even a lot. So me using that number, I think it's people should be consuming like around 2,000 calories a day. So if you're eating double that and you're expecting to burn those 2,000 calories off, or I could go back to my original number of 1,500, it's unrealistic. But people
just got to work harder. If you want to eat whatever you want, you got to work harder. Plain and simple. It's relative.
I just think that you just can't eat whatever you want. Certain people can and certain people can't.
Lazy people can't.
No.
Absolutely.
There's not lazy people out there that are just naturally thinner than other people.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But genetics aside, if you're not lazy, you can eat a lot more shit than if you just work out appropriately and you get your body to a metabolite to a point where you burn the appropriate amount of calories and you have the appropriate muscle on you. Do you think The Rock has to worry about what he eats? The Rock can eat whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
All day long. Because of the way his body's built, the way he's worked to get to this point of being built with a ton of muscle on him and shit like that.
I didn't realize the chat was going off.
Oh shit, who's on there?
So The Rock works out every day, and The Rock doesn't. I don't think he's eating whatever he wants. I think he's probably on a pretty strict meal plan, and he's fucking juiced to the gills. So I don't give a fuck what The Rock does. He's not naturally that big.
Yeah, he's on steroids too.
He's on steroids. But yeah, I think that certain people can eat whatever they want, and certain people can't.
I think people hide behind genetics.
And no,
I think people blame
it's a huge factor. I think it's unrealistic.
Unless you have like a thyroid issue, you have some
even
kind
if you
of
don't have a thyroid
endocrine
issue,
problem.
I think that it's just science, and people metabolize food at different rates than other people. Certain people have to work harder to get to the same results as other people. Some people can eat whatever they want. My sister being like a perfect example, like when we were like, she could just consume when we were younger, and she like was always like, you know, super thin. I, on the opposite, like had a similar diet. We grew up in the same house, and you know, eating whatever was made there. None of us really ate out a lot because we weren't allowed to. And you know, I put on weight. Maybe I got bigger portions because I was a boy, and you know how that is in a Latino household.
For sure.
But you know, she just never put on weight. I just always put it on. I mean, there's plenty of people who have the opposite problem, who can't put on weight, and they're drinking Ensures and shit like that to try to keep weight on. You see it like in the geriatric community.
But we're talking about people with endocrinology problems. If you can't put on weight at all, no matter what you eat, no matter what you're doing, chances are you probably have something going on with your thyroid. You have something going on with some kind of hormone stimulation that's overproducing.
I can't say
it's overperforming. Same thing as people that gain a lot of weight easily. You know, typically they may have a thyroid issue. Now, if we're talking about a disease and some kind of disease process, some kind of issue with an organ, that's a different, that I'm not talking about that.
Yeah, I don't think that everybody who can eat whatever they want and doesn't put on weight ever. And we had this conversation before, and we use somebody as an example, somebody we used to work with who's in good shape, and he could eat 15, he could eat 5,000 calories a day and not gain any weight. I won't even use him as an example. I'll just say this in general, but and I don't think there's anything wrong with those people. I think there are people who might have something wrong with them and they can't gain weight, and then they have to drink Ensures like that and things that are super saturated in calories to maintain weight. But then there's like the step right above that where it's like, well, I don't gain any weight, but I'm not so skinny that I have like an issue where I need to start taking supplements. I just, was always thin and, can eat moderately, and, I can eat whatever I want. And then there's the other side of the spectrum where there's people that you shouldn't be eating 6,000 calories a day or 5,000 calories a day or even 3,500 calories a day anyways. But
some people need to eat that.
Yes,
depending on like your muscle mass.
Guys who work out every single day, they're cut because they're doing something. Because
they're in shape.
It's not because they're in shape. It's
because they're in shape.
No, it's not because they're not burning calories as a result of being in shape. They're burning calories as a result of working out, and that being in shape is an adverse effect of working out.
No, muscle. They're not only burning calories while they're working out,
they're also burning
their muscle is burning calories at all times. So in order to maintain that muscle mass, they need to constantly consume calories.
Yeah.
They need to always eat protein, always eat certain things. Like, if you're talking about somebody that works out a lot, they can eat more. They can eat more calories. They don't have to worry about a brownie. They don't have to worry about cake because they're putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody's consuming whatever they want and they're sitting around, of course they're going to gain a ton of weight. That's just a fact.
But that's not everybody. That's my argument.
It's most people, excluding disease. People exclude laziness. Laziness is a huge factor of people gaining weight. People gain weight when they're lazy.
I just think that you can say that about anything. It's like, well, people who don't go to school are lazy, or people who don't invest in their future are lazy, or people who don't do this are lazy. Like, that's such a blanket statement that I just don't agree with it.
I mean,
because I don't think it has anything to do. No, I don't think that's true either, because the amount of effort that certain people have to put in is so vastly different from person to person, or from from like this kind of person, that like there's different kinds of just like there's people who put on muscle very quickly. There's people who lose weight very quickly. It's just that I don't know how many different kinds there are.
There's a variation, of course.
Yeah.
In metabolism and stuff like that.
Yeah, 100%. So I think to say it's, and I might be looking at this from my perspective because I think that I'm not lazy. I just don't, also I don't feel like I have this problem because when I want to lose weight, I just lose it. So
when you put the effort in, you lose it. Right?
Yeah, but I'm not working out at all. So,
but if you did work out, think about how much you would exponentially increase your results.
No,
that's a fact, dude.
I would increase my results, 100%. But I don't.
You drop 20 pounds in a week from dieting. If you exercise 2, you drop 40 pounds. You know what I'm saying? You drop 30 pounds.
Well, I definitely don't think that that's the way it works. I definitely don't think I would lose double the weight. I would probably lose more weight, right?
Maybe not just lose weight, but you would burn calories. You would burn way more calories.
Yeah.
And what's 100%. The key to losing weight? Caloric deficit, right?
Yeah. I would definitely lose. I would definitely have lost more weight if I worked out than if I didn't. However, my diet plan works so well, and I understand my body so well that I can succeed without working out. And
but you will plateau, correct? You will reach a point where you no longer lose any more weight. You will reach because you're a tall guy. It's not going to be healthy for you to just from eating, getting down to 160 pounds. You should not be doing that.
No, I definitely.
If you were to work out,
you're not going to like the way you look. Like I lost, 70 pounds 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I just didn't like the way I looked that thin.
Because you weren't adding muscle into the scenario. Because now, if you were lifting and working out at the same time that you were dieting the same way, your body would look very different.
Yeah.
You would have, your scale may not have dropped the same, but the mirror would have looked different.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's like, this comes from because I've had people tell me in the past, like I get this shit a lot, especially from women. They tell me like, oh, you're so lucky. Like at work, they're like, oh, you're so lucky. You can eat whatever you want.
I agree with that. I agree with what you're going to say. I know you don't like it, but I agree with that.
But I train Brazilian jiu-jitsu 4 days a week and I run 5 miles 3 days a week.
Yeah, but you haven't always been doing that.
I've been doing that my entire life. I've been playing sports since I'm fucking 5 years old. I've been playing baseball,
You're
basketball.
Not playing baseball 4 days a week. When was the last time?
I played, but I don't play baseball anymore. But I do something else now.
I know, but there was an interim where you weren't doing it.
And what did I do? I gained weight.
But you would never.
I gained weight.
You would never. You would never like obese.
I was maybe not obese by.
Nobody even thought that you were overweight. Nobody even thought that you looked heavy. You just were heavier than you are right now.
Yeah, but
you weren't
for my height. There was a point when I got it while I was lifting. When I got to the heaviest I was.
From my perspective, respectfully, I don't think you've ever been overweight. From the time I've known you, and I have this pictures of obviously documented.
Yeah, for sure. We've known each other for many years.
Yeah, I never, and I don't think anybody's ever said like.
But I've always run.
Everybody's like, I think Justin's.
But I'm a runner. So people to say that I'm naturally thin, my family's full of obese people.
But you are you can't say you're not naturally thinner.
Dude, you can't say that when I work out 5 days a week.
But you don't.
I do. I train jiu-jitsu 3 days a week and I run the other 2. But I've always run. Even when I wasn't playing baseball, I was playing basketball, pickup games.
You've taken like 8 months hiatuses when you were injured, right?
Well, yeah, but my metabolism is still, it's muscle memory. My body's accustomed to being in shape. So when I kick it back on, it kicks back on because I've been doing it since I'm 5 years old.
But when you do take your breaks, right? And I don't know how long you've taken breaks
from injuries, I've taken breaks.
Yeah. So let's say you took a break for like 6 months, right?
Yeah.
In those 6 months, and I don't know this for a fact, so I can't say it, but you didn't gain 30 pounds or nothing like that from just, from not being able to exercise.
You adjust your diet accordingly. So if I know I can't be active, I'm not going to eat the same diet.
Is that what you did?
Of course, that's what I've done.
Yeah,
I can't,
I don't know. I think it's going to be difficult for me to make the argument with you.
It just discredits people that are active and work out and actually, you know what I mean?
It's just crazy to think there's just so many people who don't work out and are thin. That it's impossible for anybody to say like that. Everybody who is thin earned that by working hard for it. No, it's false. There's millions of this. Just like there's millions of people who do nothing and are morbidly obese, there's millions of people who do nothing and are just super thin.
You can't tell me that those thin people
and they do nothing for it
are consuming a ton of calories a day.
Look at all the people. There's plenty of people who are like, I'll just use gamers, right, as an example. There's people who play video games and sit in the basement, just like the other kid who sits in the basement. Yeah. This guy's really skinny. He consumes just as much Mountain Dew and Code Red as this kid. This kid's just metabolizes it better than the other kid does. I don't know what the science
but these aren't
behind
facts,
it is.
Right? There's a lot of extenuating circumstances. You're not tracking these people's diets.
No, but I'm just saying that there's a lot more people who don't exercise than people who do exercise, and
that's why there's a lot more obese people than there are non-obese people. That's why America's like 50-50.
Here there is.
Yeah.
Here there is. Not everywhere. So what I'm saying is that not all those people who are thin are living healthy lifestyles. I mean, you can't possibly tell me that you don't know anybody who eats like shit and is in decent shape, not as in like they're like super ripped, but they're just they still fit a medium shirt.
Well, of course there's outliers, but the majority of people I know that are not in good shape do not take care of themselves. They don't exercise.
But I'm talking about the other people.
Diet.
I'm talking about the people who who are thin and eat like shit.
There's very few. I can't even think of one off the top of my head. Not ones that are at our age. Maybe people that are 16 years old. At that teenage age when your body's burning tons of calories.
When you get older, yeah, I will say that to you.
Because my friends that used to be that way, when they hit 30 years old, they got fat. Like that's what happened. Like
I was gonna say 30. I was gonna say like mid 30s, but yeah.
When you hit 30, your body's different because when you're growing and you're in puberty and stuff like that in your adolescence, your body's burning tons of calories just to fucking grow and make shit work and make you taller and develop bone density and stuff like that. There's very different processes that are going on. So it will catch up. It will catch up. You're not gonna find somebody that's 30 years old, does nothing, eats whatever the fuck they want. That's a very rare person that you're going to find that is super thin and eats a ton of calories a day, but sits on the couch all day. That's a very rare person. Do I say they exist? Of course they exist. But the majority of people that struggle with their weight do not exercise. They don't exercise as much as other people. It's just like humans are made to, or
maybe they have to exercise more than some other
There's
people.
Also one other factor too. Where is a starting point? Did somebody start exercising after they were already in a hole of being very overweight? Now we're talking a different thing.
Yeah, no. What I'm more talking about is like naturally people who consume the same amount of food. Me and you, we eat the same amount of food for 6 months. And whether you gain weight,
would I put the same percentage of body fat on? You mean?
Yeah, and not based on your level of activity, just strictly based on what we're intaking, and if we have the same amount of level of activity.
Yeah, but we'd have to consider our past. That's part of it.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you have muscle memory, you have the way that your metabolism has developed, stuff like that. So you take somebody that's played sports from when there's
a million outliers. What time of day you eat, what time of day I eat, there's a million outliers.
But somebody not starting to exercise until they're already 200 pounds overweight, that person's going to have a tougher time, getting back in shape than somebody that started years prior and just fell off a little bit. Like that, these are two very different kinds of people. So in America, I think we run into the issue. With people just starting too late and then thinking, or there is no such thing as starting too late, starting later on and then thinking that because they don't have the same results as somebody else, that it's got to be some other factor involved. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of
I could agree with that. I also think that like we're not all created equal.
Of course,
some people are going to have to work.
Genetics are different.
Yeah,
organs develop different. Endocrine systems are
people
different.
just have to. Some people have to work harder than other people, and I'm not saying that I'm one of those people. I'm not saying like
you're not.
Me. I know why
you lose weight on a diet faster than I do,
and I know why. And this is going to sound crazy to you based off of what you were just saying. I feel like I put it on faster than anybody else, and I don't know what it is.
You might. That might be a fact. I don't know because
I think I have some kind of like intolerance to like gluten or like fucking or something,
some kind of carb or something, some kind of digestive issue.
I'm not even joking, bro.
Yeah, some kind of. It might be a fact.
I like, eat like bread or whatever.
It might be something that you're not even considering. It might not even be physical weight. It might be water weight from salty foods. You might just be swelling up, and then you step on a scale and the number looks crazy. But if you were to take like a Lasix and piss all that fluid off, you would be back down to a normal size and be like, what the fuck? Like,
dude, it's fun.
Some people wake up significantly heavier than they went to bed if they ate a bunch of salt that night.
Mm-hmm.
Like you eat a salty ass burger and salty ass fries. Like, I'm sure you know people. When pregnant women go to bed, they wake up, their rings are tight.
Yeah, their feet.
That's a fact. That's all water weight. You know what I mean? That's water weight, which is a thing also. Like, that's why I don't like to pay attention to the scale. I like to pay attention more to the mirror.
I like the scale just for motivation.
Yeah, the scale is good for that.
I'm really good at manipulating. And not right now because I'm already a couple weeks into the diet, but in the beginning of the diet, I could lose 5 pounds in a day. I could fake that scale easy.
Yeah.
I just really don't eat the day before. Make sure I use the bathroom. Yeah. And I could have shed 5 pounds in a day easily. But then the next day when I eat, then I'm up 2 pounds, So I just do, I use this.
Which is possible.
Yeah. Which, it's not happening to me right now. I'm losing about a steady, 0.75 a day. Yeah. Which I think is healthy. I could lose more, but I want to, I want to be healthy.
You want to do it gradually. You don't want to.
Because I've shed
because my fitness pal would be like, you sure you're okay? Like, I know there was one time my girl was doing it and she was like, and she had worked out crazy that day. She entered in what she ate and then put in her exercise and it dropped 800 calories off of her shit. And it was like, they were sent her like a eating disorder number popped up on,
maybe you should
on my fitness pal.
You gotta chill out.
Yeah, it was like, it was almost like a suicide hotline type of thing. It was like, hey, if you're having an issue, you can contact this number. You should probably be consuming more calories because it put her in a crazy deficit.
I wonder if there's an option
when she worked
out up after this meal.
Yeah, I purged. Purged.
I want to read what the comments said.
Yeah, I wanted to get more involved with Twiz, but I didn't want to cut you off, yo. Twiz he said something about The Rock.
The Rock's on fucking juice.
Yeah, he is on steroids.
Nothing that The Rock is accurate. Running is a good example because people think that's a good way to lose weight, but it's cardio. The other ways are efficient. Those bigger muscles take longer to fatigue. Actually, I believe the truth is the complete opposite. The bigger muscles fatigue faster because your body has to support those big muscles. You got to pump blood to those puppies.
Who's that? You saying that?
I'm saying that
or
to Twiz. Twiz said the bigger muscles take longer to fatigue. I'm saying that it's the opposite.
Big muscles burn more calories. Like if you want to lose weight, you talk to any trainer, they say train legs all the time. Yeah. And you will lose a lot of weight. If you're squatting.
It also produces the most testosterone.
Exactly. It produces more hormones.
That's a fact about The Rock. 100% is a fact about The Rock.
Yeah, but The Rock is an outlier. We can't even use him as an example.
Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of people that but that's my point. It's just that it's...
but everybody is different. I don't want anybody to think that I'm not saying people are
Everybody's different.
People are different.
The part that triggered me was the lazy part because...
And I don't mean lazy as in don't do something in people's lives. Like, I mean just if somebody wants to lose weight and they're not incorporating exercise, that's going to slow you down.
I think it's more important to diet. And I think that
they're equally important. In terms of losing weight, and it's absolutely equally important.
No.
You can't do one without the other and get similar results. You
can do one without the other and get similar results. No, you can diet and not go to the gym and get results, but you can't go to the gym and not diet and get results.
What results are we looking for? That's the question. Weight loss is
even if you put muscle on, if you're continuing to gain fat, you're not going to be able to really see the results the same way as if you were losing weight and putting on muscle.
But you will burn a ton of calories.
You will burn some calories.
You will achieve a caloric deficit. You can achieve a caloric deficit by exercising.
Depending on what being in a caloric deficit is such a fucking obscure phrase because it's depending on if you want to gain weight or lose weight. And being in a caloric deficit also means that if you're in a caloric deficit, then you're not eating whatever you want. You're making a conscious effort because it's not easy to stay under, let's say you're for your body type or where you want to be, you can consume.
Maybe not whatever you want. That's not the right statement. Okay. You can't eat 6 Big Macs in a day and go lift for 2 hours and think that you know, that you're gonna lose weight. That's not gonna happen.
You can't eat any Big Macs because a Big Mac and fries and a soda.
A Big Mac is a day's. Well, fries and a soda is different. Now you're adding soda in and fries.
A Big Mac. I'm talking the meal.
The meal is like 2,000 calories. It's a day's worth of calories in one meal.
That's why I'm saying you can't say that you.
Okay,
you
fact.
Eat everything.
Let me go back.
You still have to
eat whatever you want.
Yeah, you can't. You still have to make a conscious effort to diet. And I also believe, and I think that it's the majority that believes this because I've read it several times, that it's like a 60-40 split or a 70-30, or even I'll give you some, and I'll say 55-45 diet to gym ratio, because you can't do it, because you could diet and lose weight, but if you continue to just eat like dog shit, like you can't eat, you know, Chipotle burritos every single day and be like, nah, I'm going to the gym. You're gonna get stronger, but you won't look any better. And you're not going to achieve, like, if your goal is to trim down and to tone up, it's be more difficult to achieve that if you aren't dieting
appropriately. If you're starting overweight, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
If you're starting already fit, you can do that.
You can do it. I'll give you that.
So the starting point is a factor.
The starting point's a factor.
But you definitely, I have to retract my previous statement. You cannot eat whatever you want.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, you can't eat whatever.
You can't eat whatever you want.
Is because I'm so hyper aware of how many calories are on everything, and I'm just like, nah, because I could eat, you know, and not because I'm special, and I don't even eat that much, but I could consume 5,000 calories in a day. When I'm not on my diet, all you have to do
is stop at McDonald's a couple days,
a couple times a day. I could do that easy,
and you'll hit 5,000 calories.
I could do that easy. You know, a milkshake, and a couple burgers. Forget about it.
Yeah,
But yeah, and to get back to your point, I do think that there's a large level of laziness. I hate to say it, but not just laziness from getting up and going and moving, because that's just as important.
Pretty soon that word's gonna get me canceled on Twitter.
Lazy?
Yeah.
No, but I do think that it's also like just getting up and committing to it. It's interesting that Swizz is jumping on this topic because he's recently started going to the gym. So
he's going to see vast improvements and very quickly. I saw him doing leg presses. He's going to see some differences.
Swizz is a good example, right? Swizz eats whatever the fuck he wants.
Okay.
He's not morbidly obese.
But Swizz will tell you he gained weight.
100%, but he also gained weight, but he's in his 30s like we are. But his whole life,
what we talked about.
But his whole life, he's been eating whatever the fuck he want. He's always been thin. Like if you look at Swizz from pictures back in the day, he's not as thin as he was in high school right now.
Yeah.
But he's like aged appropriately.
It's a fact that your metabolism slows down over time.
Yeah.
That's just a fact. We can't avoid that.
But that's why you got girls you went to high school with who were dime pieces
that are now schlubs,
and now they look gross.
Yeah,
they push out one kid, and it's like everything downhill from there on.
Yeah, because they were eating McFlurries all day long when they were pregnant, and then think that shit's magically gonna fall off when they have a kid.
No, but so yeah, but it's a good conversation, and I think it's I think everybody can relate to that, and especially people like you who from some people's perspective have always been thin, right? They look at you, they're just like, Justin's always been thin. And I've known you to be heavier than you are right now.
I hit 180 pounds.
Yeah, I remember. But
I was lifting a lot. I was trying to put on weight.
Yeah,
I was eating all day.
I remember I remember you getting bigger. But you always look good to me.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you always look good to me.
But you always have looked good. No matter if you put on weight, you wear it well because you're a tall guy. I'm not as tall as you. I don't know where the fuck a 6 foot fucking Puerto Rican came from. I don't know where the fuck you came from.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been like morbid. I mean, maybe on paper I was morbidly obese.
No, because your height fucking saves the day.
I've never got over like 250, I don't think. And if I was, like, it was for a short period of time.
You'd be fighting DayLewis, son.
Can you imagine? No.
You'd be fighting Francis Ngannou. You'd be ducking him hooks,
bro. When I think about like what I want to get down to, when I started this job, I was probably like 200 pounds. When I started going to the gym again, I was 215. I was like 220, 215. And I didn't mind being at that weight. I think if I could get it, I always want to be 10 pounds under where
you feel comfortable.
Yeah, right. So I put my goal in my app as 190. But if I could get to 200, I could definitely get to 190 easy. But if I could get to 200 and maintain that, that would be ideal for me.
That'd be good. That's completely possible. Come train, son.
Yeah, it's 100%.
You know, we're waiting for you, bro. There's mat space for you, bro.
No, I know.
There's mat space waiting for you.
We're at an hour and 50 something minutes. Believe it or not.
Holy shit!
Right? I don't know what the fuck.
This was a good one, bro. This was a good one, yo.
I have no idea what we talked about.
This was a good one, yo. This was a good one.
Moral of the story is, you have to make a conscious effort. Even though I hate the word lazy, because I feel like it's unfair to certain people, but sometimes it's fucking true. I feel like it's unfair to the people who. But now
let's not say lazy. Let's say accountable.
But I think they are lazy now. I'm turning over because it's like if you just do something, if you do anything, if you just make an effort to do anything, something will happen.
Yeah, you will see some kind of result.
Like if you just stop drinking soda, don't quit eating the burritos. Yeah, keep eating burritos, but just don't drink soda.
Yeah. Don't drink soda.
You'll get a result from that.
You will lose some weight from that.
Yeah.
That's the problem is the majority of people drink their calories.
I don't drink any of my calories anymore.
That's the majority of people will drink their calories. They will drink like you were saying, a fucking Code Red. Bro, I haven't drank a Mountain Dew in fucking 20 years.
I hate soda so much.
See, that's the problem. See, this right here is me drinking my calories.
And this is probably...
Beer fucks a lot of people up.
This is ice cold. Goddamn.
Yeah, bro. I had that shit in your little freezer section.
I want to know what this isn't terrible. 126 calories.
Yeah, but it's terrible because this is my third one. So you're talking about 126. You're talking about what? 375. Now we're at 378 or 79. You know,
the first thing I think of when I see things like that is I could say, so an Activia, which I don't eat Activia, but I'll just use it as an example. They have yogurt that's like 90 calories. When I'm like, people drink 2 of those beers, I'm like, damn, I could have had 3 yogurts. Yeah, that's way better.
It's way better. Yeah. But see, the reason why I can drink these is why?
Because you are active and you work.
Because I trained jujitsu before I drank this for 2 hours.
Yeah, which is kind of counterproductive. But yeah, I agree with you.
It's counterproductive. It's probably going to land me at baseline. It's going to land me at 0. It's going to maintain me rather than, you know, had I had like, you know, and given my body does not want this right now. Yeah. My body's like, yo, give me a protein shake. Yeah. Give me some
300 meat. You definitely have burned 300. The reason why
there's 350 calories in my gi right now.
Yeah.
In the car, like I think soaking in a bag.
I definitely ate away 350 calories. It's funny to me about like the people's interpretation of the way we burn calories or how many calories we burn, because I think that the general public believes they could burn more calories than they really can. You know, to shave 2,000 calories in a gym session is not, you're not fucking around.
Well, not in a gym session. Throughout the day after a gym session. Like let's say in the morning you do a heavy session of legs. You're going to burn 500 calories in that session.
You're not going to triple that sitting when you go home.
No, you'll go home and throughout the day and while you sleep, you might burn another 400. So you're probably tipping 1,000.
You think it's you think is it even? You think that it's even? So you do 400 in the gym lifting and then you do 400 at home and like that.
You know recovery? What? I don't know because right now I'm throwing numbers out.
I just think that
I don't know. Bro science again.
It's all bro science. But the reason why I brought this up is because when I first started dieting years ago, I was like looking at things and be like, well, I could just, I'll just do some push-ups. I'll just run. Or I'll just do this. You have to run for so long.
Yeah. Running is not the best. It's very, very demeaning and disheartening.
It's good for
when you're running your ass off and you run. Dude, you know what it is when I run 5 miles and I fucking get home and they're like, you burn 250 calories.
That's what I'm talking about.
Suck a dick.
Yeah,
I just ran my ass off.
Yeah.
For fucking 5 miles, it take me fucking 40 minutes to run that shit.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, that's some bullshit. Like, why the fuck? Well, it take me 40 minutes.
Justin averages a 7-minute mile.
Man, come on, I do better than that.
Really?
But if I'm running 5 miles, I'm not running 7. I'm running probably a 7:30.
I'm about to say, I'm pretty sure 7-minute miles is like the New York Marathon like record for like that's like on pace for to break.
I'm not a marathon runner. I'm definitely not.
There's a treadmill where like at one of these events I was looking at, and they set it at like the pace of like the winners of the marathon, and they see how long you could do it for.
Oh, I saw that on YouTube, and people trying to keep up with that pace.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking kill themselves.
Exactly, dude. You fucking have a heart attack on that.
I'm looking for Strava.
Oh damn, I made money today too.
I'm looking. Yeah, the market did well today.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for Strava, my running app. but for some reason it's been hiding from me. You ever have an app that you can't find and you know it's here? Like I literally just used it.
I have an Android, so like our app, the way we could, it's pretty easy for us to find apps. Like we could just type it in. That's
what I'm gonna do. I'm an idiot. I'm one of those people that if I'm on my recent calls, instead of just looking up someone's number, I'll keep scrolling till I find them, and it's like it becomes like a hunting kind of deal.
What's your last run?
My last run was yesterday. Yesterday I ran like a slow pace. How do I know? Let me see. Yesterday I ran a slow pace. I ran 3.9 miles at an 8:16 pace.
And how many calories was that? Does it tell you?
No, I didn't track the calories. I haven't done all that. I should, but I have not. Where's like my activity? Where's my profile followers this week? How can I go to like my previous runs? Here we go. Yeah, I haven't run in a minute. Today was my first day I ran outdoors because that's when I put this on when I'm running outdoors. I haven't run outdoors since January 19th. So it's been a month since I ran outdoors. That's fucking sad.
That's not terribly long.
But so I got my previous run was a 7.59 pace, 8:37, a 6:27 I ran, but that was only a 1 mile. So if I have to push really hard and I know I'm not going to run long, I can push it harder. 3.25 miles, 7:27 pace. 4 miles at a 7:34.
That was kind of accurate. I said you were 7 minutes.
Yeah, you're right. 3.73 miles at 7:46. 4.38 at 7:50. Yeah, you're right. That's about it's rare that I'm up in the yeah, you're right. I'm like at like about a 7:30 or so for 4.25 miles. Yeah, fuck. You're right. Yeah, I'm in the sevens almost.
That was a complete guess. There's no skill in my guess. I just assumed that you were like a 7.
Pretty on par. You could tell like my recovery runs are like slow as fuck. I'm just like, oh fuck. But again, I'm like, I just want to get something in. Like, look at this. This one day I was limited on time. I ran 0.7.
Oh, you didn't even do a mile?
No, not even a full mile. I just ran for 6 minutes. I just went out and I just ran. I just ran something quick because I was limited on time. What time did I do that? I did at 9:34 a.m.
That sounds like you ran out the house. You started to run and then you forgot you left some shit on and you ran back home to turn it off. And then when you got home, you're like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not going anywhere.
I probably left the fucking like a pot on the stove or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. So I just some of these runs are short as fuck. Oh my God, it was like 19 miles, but this is when I was biking.
Moral of the story is stay active. Yeah, you want to lose weight.
Just do something. That's it. Just do something.
Anything.
Like, running. If you have time to just squeeze in a fucking half a mile walk, just do that shit.
But it's more effective to squat in your house.
Yeah, something's better than nothing. Like you got to find your thing. Like me, some people, like I have a friend of mine that lifts and he's jacked. If I could, I would trade my body for his body any day of the week. But he does not do any cardio whatsoever. He's like, I cannot run. It's torture to me. He said, if I was in prison and they had to torture me,
make me run.
They would make me run. He's like, I cannot run, but he's got a legit shredded body. He's been like that our entire lives. He's strong as fuck. He's shredded. He's in incredible condition. He's a gym teacher. And he is one of the physically, like, of people I know and friends, he's like one of the best, like, physical specimens of people I know.
Jeez.
And then I look at people I train with in jiu-jitsu and they look whatever, but they're strong as fuck. And I'm like, it's just a different kind of training. Like everything, every training has its perks and every training has its drawbacks. So, some people can run for a long time. Like I can run forever, but my bench press is dick. So,
you don't weigh that much. So
yeah, I don't weigh much at all. So
what do you weigh?
Like 148, something like that, 150. I'm yeah, that's it. Like I think right now I'm probably like 150 and change, probably 153 or 154. But I should be heavier. I told my girl I'm going to put some weight on it. there's certain guys that are starting to get the upper hand on me when we train. And I know it's strictly because they're just bigger than me. So given technique, improving technique and improving like being able to control space and distance and stuff like that and being able to wear them out, I'm kind of tired of having to drag a big dude into the 3rd minute of a roll to get his back.
Yeah.
I want to be able to get that going a little bit sooner because, you know, surviving those first couple minutes and just basing my training on surviving for those first couple minutes sometimes is annoying. Because if, you know, but again, I'm fighting guys that are trained. You know, if there's a big guy out there, chances are that's it's probably not going to go that way.
Yeah.
You know, he has no idea what I'm going to do. These guys know what I'm going to do. I mean, we learn from the same teacher. Like, so it's like we know the same techniques, but I got to definitely put on some muscle. But again, you know, I stray away from lifting weights. I need to lift more weights. I stray from it. I don't like, my girl hates running. She likes to lift. She squats all fucking day. She can squat all day. That's her thing. She likes that better. She prefers to lift weights. I prefer to run.
I hate running.
So, you know, I run. It's different. When I run, I get like to this zone where I just like kind of don't even realize I'm running anymore. High? Yeah. And I just start thinking, and it's just thoughts, and I just start organizing my life, and I just start, you know, it just gets to a point where I can zone out. I have yet to find that space lifting weights. I'm very aware that I'm fucking lifting weights.
Yeah.
The entire time.
I don't think that happens when you're lifting weights. I wouldn't know because I'm not a fucking, you know, I'm not The Rock.
It's, you know, you got to kind of, it's very clear to me when I'm lifting weights that I'm working very hard. When I'm running, I forget that I'm working hard. I forget, okay. You know, but
that's why the yield, I guess, is not as rewarding. That's it, man.
Let's wrap it, man.
Masters of None episode 17. 18.
I think it's either 16 or 17. I fucking forget.
Masters I think it's 17. Of None next episode.
17. It's 17. I'm pretty confident.
17. If you guys made it this long, follow us on all the social medias, Instagram and YouTube, Twitch.
Yeah, YouTube and Twitch and all that stuff. And we got an Instagram popping too. So
yeah, and thumbs up our shit.
Yeah, thumbs up our shit, man.
Thumbs up our shit.
Stocks did well today.
That's sad. Oops. No.